Must win Game 3 of the Region 1 first round playoff series. Chandler-Gilbert and Paradise Valley on a beautiful day for baseball in the East Valley off the 202. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joe Pequeno alongside Adam Perry and the master of Hamilton High, Andrew Fury. These two teams have split their first two games. Now it's must-win Game 3. Andrew Yusupchuk on the mound. Behind the dish, Eric Anderson, Dante Turgeon at first base, Jameson Armstrong at second, Camden Plew at short, Ethan Hatch at third. First pitch, dials up for a strike. Amir McGee in left, Ben Hashisaki in center, Porter Pittman in right. Leading off for the Pumas, Drew Katz, followed by Rob Liddington and Cole Williams. Next pitch, outside. Yusupchuk faced the Pumas back on February 24th in a 10-9 Paradise Valley win in that matchup, as this one is laced up the middle for a leadoff single by Drew Katz. Yusupchuk went 5 1/3, giving up 3 earned runs on 7 hits with 1 strikeout. Now it's Rob Liddington, so dangerous. Four for 5 in the Game 1 14-10 victory. Yesterday, 1 for 5 with an RBI and 2 strikeouts. Yusupchuk dials up a nice bender for strike 1. Liddington among the league leaders with 7 home runs and 23 steals, hitting .310 coming into this playoff series. And we are joined, of course, by the doctor, Adam Perry, and Andrew Fury. And Doc, today it's Andrew Yusupchuk in the must-win Game 3. You've seen enough of your teammate throughout the season. What does he bring to the bump?
Yeah, I mean, Chuck is a guy that you're going to see consistently right around 90 miles an hour, sometimes getting up to a 2, as this ball is bunted well down the third base line. Hatch throws over, but not in time. And Rob Liddington continues to be a problem for the Coyotes, but you know, with Andrew Yusupchuk, you're just getting a raw competitor. I mean, the kid, you know, maybe hasn't had the greatest season, but everything is there physically. It's just a matter of time before he can piece it together mentally, and I know he's capable of it, and so does every Yodi fan in attendance today. I mean, I have the utmost faith in Andrew Yusupchuk.
And stepping in is the always dangerous Cole Williams. 3 for 6 in the 14-10 victory, 1 for 4 yesterday. Stepping in, hitting .344 on the year, entering this playoff series with 28 RBIs. He's made contact throughout this series. Takes a bender for strike 1. We bring in the pride of Hamilton High, Andrew Fury. And Andrew, today, no question, Cole Williams, Drew Katz, Rob Liddington, that's a must for the Coyotes to move on to the next round.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, the Coyotes today, they have a good head on their shoulders. Wow, Cole Williams, Paradise Valley came to play today.
And Cole Williams laces an RBI single to right field, and it's quickly 1-0 Pumas. But in fairness, fellas, here is an interesting stat. In this series, whoever has scored first has not won the game.
Wow.
So keep that in mind.
I will absolutely keep that in mind.
So stepping in, Carson Craig, 1 for 5 in the Pumas Game 1 win. 0 for 5 yesterday. Stepping in on the season, .273, Yusupchuk. Runners at first and third. Lays down a bunt. Play at the dish.
Got him.
Oh, he gone.
Yeah! Behind the dish, he is toast.
There we go.
Great play by Yusupchuk and a great play at the dish by Eric Anderson.
That's a key momentum shift in this inning.
And that's
everything looked like it was going perfect for Paradise Valley for a second there. And a heads-up play was able to shift a little momentum.
Stepping in, Dayton Francis, 1 for 4 in the Game 1 win. Yesterday, 1 for 4 with a long home run. Yusupchuk has to work gingerly here. First pitch.
Ooh.
Just misses. And Dayton Francis, we talked about the young man yesterday. Country fed, strong young man and laced one out of the yard yesterday. He steps in to this dish with some confidence and knowing that he can make an impact if he gets a hold of one.
Oh, yeah.
And that busts the corner. Francis on the year, 309. 1 home run entering this series with 13 RBIs. So a great play by Yusupchuk and the play to home, and well aware of the situation for the first out. And that bender misses, and the runners are looking to move up, and they do just that. So PV has come out of the gates on a very sunny, windy day here at Chandler-Gilbert. The wind is blowing out. That misses upstairs. So glad he can join us. And fellas, big momentum shift yesterday, picking up the 5-4 victory. Thoughts on talking to your teammates and the electricity and the intensity for today's must-win Game 3?
Yeah, I mean, Fury mentioned it, but the Coyotes have a great head on their shoulders today. And, I mean, both teams know the stakes that, you know, are held within this game. It's win or go home. And neither of them want to go home, but something tells me that the Coyotes want it just a little bit more.
And we've got friends and family members from all across the United States watching. 3-2 pitch. Bender,
good pitch.
that locks up Dayton Francis
Atta boy, Chuck.
for the second out. Stepping in, Chaz Clemens,
You know,
0 for 1 in the Game 1
with
victory.
Sorry about that, Joe. With how strong Paradise Valley came out, if Chuck's able to minimize here, that's extremely important for the Coyotes going into the first frame on offense with their top of the order coming in hot.
No question. Clemens 1 for 4 yesterday. Cole Williams at third. Carson Craig at second. Coyotes normal depth on the infield with 2 outs. Yusupchuk trying to work out of this frame. This one knocked foul. Home plate umpire is Paul Chandler. First base umpire, Lalo Mendoza. Field umpire on the left side is Edgar Suarez. 0-1 pitch. Little bounce right back to Andrew, and Andrew fields his position well. And
Let's go.
limits the damage, but Paradise Valley jumps on the board first on a Cole Williams RBI single. We go to the home half. Coyotes ready to swing the sticks. It's must-win Game 3 from Chandler-Gilbert. Now the Coyotes will take aim at lefty Jackson Brenna. He got the start against the Coyotes and the squad's 3-1 victory at Paradise Valley, and he took the loss in that one, going 7 1/3, allowing 3 runs, 2 earned, 6 hits with 12 strikeouts. And Doc, you're very familiar with Jackson Brenna. What does he bring to the circle?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing to watch out with Brenna today is going to be that slider. I mean, he utilized it so often in his last outing against the Coyotes, and the Coyotes just had no answer for the entire 7 1/3. So I mean, the quicker that they can adjust to that slider today will be the quicker pace that they can succeed. You know what I mean? So for the Coyotes, watch out for the slider on the outside part of the dish.
Ben Hashisaki leading off for the Coyotes, followed by Jamison Armstrong and Dante Turgeon. Hashisaki in the regular season, .467 against PV. In this series, 2 for 4 in the opener, 0 for 4 yesterday, and gets hit by a pitch, and that's a good start. And no question, it's not the way Hash wants to get on. Hash's grandparents are here. His mother, Tara, is here. And once again, for all the good people in Crescent, Oklahoma watching, we wish you well. Thank you for dialing us up on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. And all the great people in Paso Robles, California, we wish you well. Thank you for dialing us up. Joe Pequeno, Adam Perry, Andrew Feary, Jamison Armstrong at the dish, and Cole Williams just locked and loaded behind that dish. And Andrew, we talked about how good Cole Williams has been in this series, and once again, he's moving nimble behind the dish.
Oh yeah, no, he's been a double-edged sword threat, because you see he's been a problem on offense, but as well as defense, he's kind of absolutely shut down the Coyotes' running game, and that's been a key factor in their style of play all year long. So it's something they've kind of had to do without, because he's got a cannon.
And Armstrong lays down a beautiful bunt. Jackson Brenna throws over, and Coyotes playing station to station.
Yep.
And a good start.
Good job, Ted.
Stepping in, Dante Turgeon, who is, no question, earned the Purple Heart Award for this series.
Yep.
Battling an injury, but so good at the dish, and got to keep him in the lineup.
Yeah, and we'll see how well he was able to recover last night.
And Dante lifts one down the right field line, and this one is going to drop, and Dante delivers, and moving better, and coming around to score is Hashizaki. And Dante Inferno delivers in the bottom of the first, and we are knotted at 1.
That's a big-time hit from Dante Turgeon. We saw the shift on, and he beat the shift, man. That's fantastic from Dante Turgeon. Oppo double deep to right field. I mean, wow.
Hurt or not hurt, man, he's still going to produce.
Yeah.
And stepping in, the red-hot Tate Lewis. 3 for 6 in game 1. 2 for 4 yesterday. On the season, stepping into this matchup, was hitting .467, bounces one. Chaz Clemens looks the runner back and throws over. Tate Lewis grounds out. Stepping in, Camden Plew. Plew on the season, entering this matchup, hitting .375 against the Pumas. First 2 games, Plew, 1 for 4 in the opener, 2 for 4 yesterday. So having some productive at-bats. Homered in the game 1 loss, and has been knocking the ball around the yard well. Struggled in the middle portion of the season, but picked it up in the latter part.
And he's homered twice recently.
Brenna, first pitch, dots the outside corner.
And, you know, Camden Plew up to bat. Big shout out to Camden Plew's wife. She, you know, brought us cookies before the game, which it's a big play. Great show of support, and, you know, we love that in the broadcasting booth.
Absolutely. And doesn't matter how old you are, a little sugar is always so good.
They know what makes us tick, man. They're onto something.
0-2, Camden Plew in a battle against the lefty, Jackson Brenna. 2-4 on the season. ERA of 5.24. 56 Ks, 31 walks, and 58 and a third innings worth of work. Pumas playing Camden Plew straight away. Second baseman right behind the bag now, takes a couple steps the other way. Camden lifts one to left. Giving chase is Carson Craig, and Craig is right there, and that's going to do it. With the Coyotes bow up in the bottom of the first. Get an RBI double by Dante, and we go to the second. We're tied at 1. Win or go home. Must win game 3 from Chandler-Gilbert. Andrew Yusupchuk in his second inning of work. He'll face Ty Cohen, Gavin Acosta, and the pesky Austin Corbett. And Austin Corbett's grandparents are here today. And we had a nice conversation, and the grandpa said, "I'm the pesky grandpa." So we got fans all over the valley, all over the states making it here for this matchup. And we appreciate everyone from coast to coast watching this one between these two conference rivals in this Region 1 Game 3 must-win showdown. And Yusupchuk evens the count at 1 apiece. Ty Cohen in this series. 1 for 5 in Game 1, 1 for 3 in yesterday's loss. Followed by Gavin Acosta and, of course, Austin Corbett. Both teams plated a run in the first inning and off speed by Cohen. And it goes to 2-2. Great energy. PV bringing the fan base from Paradise Valley. 2-2 pitch. This one skied out of play. Of course, Chandler-Gilbert bringing all the faithful right here from the East Valley and throughout the country as well. And safe to say, Doc and Andrew, are your folks dialed in?
Oh, no doubt. My mom is actually going to come to this one, as this one is lined past Jamison Armstrong through the right side. Porter Pittman will field it in right, but that's going to be a base knock right there. And just like that, Paradise Valley has got the sticks moving here in the top of the second.
Checking in, Gavin Acosta entered this playoff series hitting .202. He gets this opportunity to face Andrew Yusupchuk. Went 0 for 3 in the opener, 0 for 3 yesterday. Gets hit by a pitch, and he'll stroll down to first base. And not a good start for the right-hander here in the second inning. Now checking in is Austin Corbett, who is dynamic in that ninth hole. And Doc, this is a young man that could easily be hitting in the 2-hole for teams throughout this conference.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. And he's just one of the so stubborn players that Paradise Valley possesses. And I would say that's Paradise Valley's biggest asset in this series so far is their scrappiness. And Chuck is going to range over and make a diving catch on the bunt attempt from Corbett. Wow, what a way to get some momentum back right there from Chuck.
Perry, you were talking about the Coyotes wanting it today, and that there shows that Chuck wants it real bad.
Real bad.
Talk about the intensity and determination as Chuck jumps off the mound and gets the big put out. Now we go back to the top of the order. Drew Kotz led off with a single in this one and scored. Coyotes normal depth up the middle. Bender outside misses. So a fantastic play, and that's the kind of play that pretty much sums up what this game is all about. Both sides have got to bring it. They've got to bring the intensity and effort. No team wants to walk off this one second guessing what could have been. 1-0 pitch. That misses high. On deck, the dangerous Rob Liddington. So PV bringing their fan base, Chandler-Gilbert bringing their fan base. These two teams, Chandler-Gilbert won 3 of 4 in the regular season. None of that matters now. They've split the first two. 2-0 pitch to Drew Kotz. And Yusupchuk throws back.
Good throw.
Trying to keep Cohen close. Good speed on the base path with Cohen and Acosta. And we're seeing Victor Solis, the head coach of PV, move his base runners on several occasions. Yusupchuk dots the block. It goes to 2-1. But he's got some lumber coming up right here, and you got to wonder if he's going to let his top of the order take control. 2-1 pitch. And Kotz gets one past Camden Blue. Coming in to score is Cohen. And Kotz delivers, and the Pumas go up 2-1. just out of the reach of the diving Camden Blue.
Yeah, just barely. That ball was lined, through the 5-6 hole, and it had a lot of tail on it. Camden Blue gave its best effort, but just couldn't come down with that one, and the hit and run paid off for the Pumas.
So Acosta at third base. Kotz at first. Stepping in, Rob Liddington singled his first time up. Been dynamite in this series. Cole Williams on deck. First pitch from Yusuf Chuck. Runners going. This one fouled out of play. And PB showing they are going to get the runners moving and check Eric Anderson behind the dish. Also stepping into the broadcast booth, the glue of the broadcast team, Nate Ortiz. He'll join us shortly. 0-1 count. Runners at the corners. Bender misses inside. This one just underway. PV has scored a run in the first, now a run here in the second. Coyotes normal depth up the middle. 1-1 pitch. Runners going. Anderson throws down, and that's going to race Drew Kotz.
Goodness.
By a mile.
Wow. Eric Anderson bringing the hose and then some. Drew Kotz going back to the dugout. Victor Solis rolling the dice.
And, that right there is just a statement from Eric Anderson. Solis has been testing Anderson's arm multiple times here today already, and Anderson comes out with the statement of a laser beam, and Chuck gets a swinging strike 3 on the curveball in the dirt. And just like that, the Coyotes are headed back on offense, but Paradise Valley posted another. We head to the bottom of the second. The score, Pumas 2 to Coyotes 1.
Now it's the Coyotes' turn to answer with Ethan Hatch, Porter Pittman, Amir McGee about to take their hacks against the lefty Jackson Brennan. Gave up a run in the first on an RBI double by Dante Turgeon. Hatch takes a strike. Ethan 0 for 4 in game 1. 2 for 4 yesterday with 3 RBIs. Bounces one down the third base line. Chaz Clemens comes up diving and comes up throwing. Great play by the young man who's had some moments, but he makes a bright moment here for PV for the first out. Stepping in, Porter Pittman. Porter yesterday, 1 for 2. Smoked an extra base hit to the deepest part of the field and flew out to the deepest part of the field as well, and skies this one out of play. Game 1 win, 14-10 by the Pumas. They knocked 17 hits yesterday. It was Chandler-Gilbert winning 5-4, getting 9 hits, and great relief work by Jacob Anderson. Went 5 innings. Porter strokes one foul down the left field line. And Doc and Andrew, we talked about the Coyotes needing someone to step up yesterday, and Jacob Anderson out of the pen was lights out.
Yeah, I mean, he arguably had his best outing of the year. I talked to him after, and he was disappointed that he didn't strike more of them out. I was like, come on, dude, you just pitched 5 innings of amazing baseball, no runs, and, you know, that kid just always wants better. He always wants more, always striving to be better, and that's another one of his admirable traits. And, I mean, Jacob Anderson, yeah, just a phenomenal performance yesterday. Closed the door on the Pumas.
Came out of the pen, and no question, he had some moments where he had to work out of some situations, but make no mistake, this Paradise Valley team collectively from 1 to 9, they've been so poised at the dish and have presented so many problems that they're going to make, no matter how good the pitcher, they're going to make everyone work. Porter Pittman skies one. Line drive to right center. And Porter Pittman with a 1-out single.
And it was off the slider of Brenna. He's been throwing it very much today as per usual. And it looks like the Coyotes are doing a great job of keeping their eye on it and seeing it all the way through.
Stepping in, Amir McGee. 2 for 5 in the opener yesterday. 0 for 3. 261 on the season. 1 home run, 12 RBIs. Takes one out of the zone for ball 1. Brenna looking Porter Pittman back. This one knocked up the middle, and this one's going to get through, and Amir does some work, and the Coyotes with a couple runners on. Now it's Eric Anderson with an opportunity. We saw Eric set the tone with a beautiful throw, taking down Drew Kotz in the top half, and now it's Anderson with an opportunity. 0 for 2 yesterday with an RBI, sac fly RBI. Now he's got an opportunity with the top of the order coming up next. Brenna working, comes with a bender. Great energy here. Both sides. Parents, loved ones, people watching in the live stream from all over the country. 0-1 pitch. Anderson, big cut. Gets a piece, goes to 0-2. Paul Chandler behind the dish. Lilo Mendoza, the first base umpire on the 0-2 pitch. And Edgar Suarez on the third base side as well.
We had a questionable call last night.
I'm not sure if
that's an understatement.
Yeah.
This one bounced to the right side. Drew Kotz flips over to Cohen. And Paradise Valley turns the 4-6-3 double play, ending the Coyotes thread. We go to the top of the third. The Pumas with a 2-1 lead. Top of the third. Andrew Yusupchuk, Cole Williams, Carson Craig, and Dayton Francis to face the right-hander. Cole Williams, RBI single in the first. You look at these teams, how close they are. Chandler-Gilbert, record of 32-25. Paradise Valley, 30-28. Now meeting yet again. Winner moves on to face the Gateway Glendale Community College Region 1 first round winner. That one misses outside. Cole Williams in that first inning, kind of, excuse me, a little base knock to right field, and bringing in Drew Kotz for the Pumas' first run. Has been a force throughout this series. Takes low. And Doc, we've seen Cole Williams do so much damage. If the Coyotes, the scouting report, how do you pitch this young man? How do you get him out?
I mean, Cole Williams has taken advantage of every hanging breaking ball that's been thrown to him so far in this series. And, you know, just stay away from this kid. It's okay to paint the corners when you have a batter like this. And, you know, I'm not advocating for a walk by any means, but you just got to stay away from him. Stay away from his wheelhouse.
And Chuck comes in, busts him across the belt on the inside part of the dish. Goes to 3-1. Carson Craig on deck. This one bounces to the right side. Armstrong fields it cleanly and throws over. And Cole Williams is retired. Stepping in, Carson Craig singled his first time up. On deck, the powerful Dayton Francis. And how great was that showdown yesterday between Jacob Anderson and Dayton Francis, two Horizon High School teammates, and Jacob Anderson won both matchups.
Yeah, Jacob got the best of him, and that's awesome to see. Well, I mean, Francis did have a walk to start things off, but when it came down to it, it was Jacob Anderson who closed the show.
And Yusupchuk on the mound with a 1-1 count to Carson Craig. Gets him swinging. 4 strike 2. And as we mentioned, Yusupchuk faced Paradise Valley back on February 24th. Went 5 1/3. No decision, allowing 3 earned runs on 7 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And here he is in the team's biggest game of the year. This one bounced to Camden Plew. Plew gets underneath his glove, and you say Carson Craig gets on. Stepping in, Dayton Francis struck out his first time up. In a game like this, the team that plays the sound fundamental baseball is going to have the best chance. So Plew and the Coyotes have to shake that one off and play on. And Dayton Francis takes upstairs for ball 1. And Dayton Francis is a young man. Doc, another powerful bat in this lineup. How do you go about trying to contain him so he doesn't leave the yard?
Yeah, I mean, the pitch that he left the yard with was just a fastball in his wheelhouse, just belt high, middle. And, I mean, he has been, you know, making great contact throughout the season, hitting over 300 as well. So for Chuck, just mix things up as per usual. And this one is laced hard to deep left field. Going back is Amir McGee, and he makes the grab. Wow.
What a...
And they almost get the runner back at first base. Wow.
Amir McGee drop step like a champ, read that ball cleanly, prevented the extra base hit, and they almost doubled off Carson Craig at first base. So the Coyotes misplay a ball in the infield, and then Amir McGee picks up Camden Plew and the squad defensively with a great catch in left field.
Huge play right there by Amir McGee.
Chaz Clemens stepping in. Bounced out his first time up.
Oh, yeah, call it. Ooh.
Bender misses on the inside part of the dish. And the Coyotes athletic department brought the good cheer with some noisemakers and some pennants for the fans and all kinds of goodies.
Yeah.
after giving out the free set of socks the last 2 days.
Socks, the banner.
Oh, the socks, man.
We're loaded over here.
Yeah. I'm excited to wear my Coyote socks.
You haven't worn them yet?
Not yet.
Oh, Joe.
Just got them. 1-1 pitch.
Good stop.
Nate Ortiz saying he got himself 1 pair, was hoping for more. Paulo Hutchison says he's got a pair, but Paulo Hutchison doesn't wear socks. He wears flip-flops. 2-1 pitch. This one scorched down the left field line. On his giddy up is Carson Craig. Amir McGee gets the ball in. Cut off to second base and bang, bang play. And Clemens gets the 2-out double. Craig now at third base as Ty Cohen checks in. Singled his first time up. Jazz Clemens, who's had some moments where he struggled throughout this playoff series. He's come up big in a big diving stop, made a nice play, and then provides a 2-out double for the Pumas. Now Ty Cohen.
Not even used.
And that
Big shout
misses
out to
way
Paulo
outside.
Hutchison. Paulo giving me the socks. Chandler-Gilbert socks. That's very much appreciated.
Love the socks. It's a good look.
Oh, man.
1-0 pitch.
Yep.
And the days where you see, like, now socks are really becoming stylish, where you get all kinds of different, like, colors and schemes and everything. And,
Yeah.
you know, like these Chandler-Gilbert socks are just fantastic.
Socks are in, man.
They are in.
Socks are in.
Yeah.
When were they out?
It's a very good question.
Well,
Probably in the 1500s.
yeah, they were never out, Andrew, but it's like back in the day, you get solid colors,
I
right?
hear you.
But now you
Okay.
get all kinds of, like,
Solid
designs and
black
everything.
Or the solid white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-1 pitch.
Ooh.
Oh!
Close miss from Chuck.
Goes to 3-1. On deck is Gavin Acosta.
He's been calling it.
Paul Chandler behind the dish. Home plate umpire. That misses way outside, and they're loaded up. Stepping in, Gavin Acosta hit by a pitch. And John Watson taking a moment to talk to his right-hander. And Adam, we don't have any activity in the Coyotes bullpen. What's the message here from Waddy?
Yeah, I mean, Waddy trusts Andrew Yusupchuk, and he trusts his defense. And, I mean, Waddy is just telling him right now, just throw strikes, man. Just got to throw strikes here. I mean, Chuck knows he's capable. I know he's capable. We all know he's capable. It's just a matter of if he can execute or not. He's going to take a breath, take a look out to deep center field, reset his mind, and mentally prepare right here for this big, crucial at-bat.
Oh, you Chuck! Have a good one!
So it's Yusupchuk versus Acosta. Bender, that connects.
Beautiful 0-0 pitch from Chuck.
Acosta hitless in this series, 0 for 6. Yusupchuk dialing in on Eric Anderson, 0-1 pitch. This one, bounce foul, quickly goes to 0-2. Infield defense at normal depth.
And now 0-2, you just can't give him anything too nice here. You have a great defensive catcher behind you, so if you do spike something that stays in front of Eric Anderson, it's not the end of the world.
0-2 pitch. And that one misses, and coming down to score is Carson Craig. That one gets through the wickets of Eric Anderson. So the Pumas capitalize on the Camden Blue error and leads to a run. It's a 3-1 Pumas lead. And the runners move up. That misses outside. Austin Corbett now at the dish. Clemens at third. Acosta at first.
Oh,
And that barely misses.
good pitch from Chuck.
They're stacked to pack. Clemens at third. Cohen at second. Acosta at first. And that misses. Goes to 3-0. And Austin Corbett, who's had a great series, 1 for 3 yesterday. 3 for 5 in the opener. 3-0 pitch. And that misses. And Clemens will score. Big turn is Ty Cohen. RBI for Austin Corbett. Stepping in the top of the order, Drew Kotz. Kotz has been dynamic, 2 for 2. Three for 6 in game 1, 2 for 5 yesterday. And Andrew Yusufchuk right now has got to dial it up. And the Coyotes look like there's some movement toward that bullpen. 1-0 pitch.
Good pitch.
Bender connects. Goes to 1-1. A 4-1 Pumas lead. And that misses out of the zone. Goes to 2-1. Coyotes with some activity in the pen. Alex Carnes, the right-hander, getting loose. 2-1 pitch. Bender, gorgeous, goes to 2-2. The always dangerous Rob Liddington on deck. Chuck dialing in on Eric Anderson now, steps off the rubber. Critical 2-2 pitch. Pumas up 4-1 here in the third. And that misses way outside. And now the Pumas with the luxury of Acosta and Corbett getting big jumps. They're going to the 3-2 pitch. Here it is. And gets
There we go.
Drew Kotz swinging. But the Pumas take advantage of a Camden Blue error. They play 2 and they extend their lead to 4-1 with the Coyotes coming to hit here in the bottom of the third. So we've seen Paradise Valley rally from a 6-0 deficit to win game 1 14-10. We saw the Coyotes rally from a deficit yesterday. Trailed 4-1 yesterday to win 5-4, and here they are trailing again today. Rally caps coming on as Hashisaki swings and misses on the first pitch from Jackson Brenna. Beautiful thing, fellas. No time to jump off the cliff. No time to press the panic button. A lot of game left to be played.
Yeah, no, it's early. A lot of the other games in this series went by extremely fast at the start, and then this one's kind of taking a slower approach. So the Coyotes, they have time to capitalize. Paradise Valley capitalized on some mistakes, and who says the Coyotes can't do the same?
Hashizaki bounces one, and that's going to eat up Gavin Acosta. And
there it is.
Brenna does not cover at first base. And that's a tough hop, and once again, we talked about this field being so hard, and Acosta, Andrew, with a tough hop at first base, and Hash is on.
Yeah, Hash is extremely fast. If you bobble a ball at all, he's almost guaranteed to be on base. So that's capitalizing on mistakes, just like I just said. And now the Coyotes having a chance to get something going.
Armstrong tries to bunt his way on and fouls this one off. Dante on deck, followed by Tate Lewis and Camden Plew. So good speed on the base path. Hash among the league leaders in steals coming into the series. 26. Armstrong swings through the bender, goes to 0-2. Chaz Clements tied at third base on the infield grass. 0-2 pitch from Jackson Brenna. And rings him up on the corner. Dante Turgeon stepping in. RBI double his last time up. And the good thing on that RBI double, we saw Dante moving effectively.
Moving well. Yeah, so I mean, that tells us that, you know, the initial injury on Thursday night was really nothing more than just a slight hamstring tweak, and it's good to see that he was able to nurse it back to health so quickly.
And such a force in this lineup. Among the league leaders in home runs and RBIs for this team. Skies this one out of play. RBI double in the first inning to plate the Coyotes 1 run. Dante 2 for 6 in the opener, 1 for 4 yesterday. Regular season hit .353 and strokes this one through the left side, and Dante delivers again. And the Coyotes with runners at first and second. Stepping in is Tate Lewis. Grounded out to third his first time up. A nice play by Chaz Clements. And both dugouts, no one's sitting today. Everyone's on the rails.
Yeah.
First pitch from Brenna misses outside. Pumas playing Tate Lewis straight away. And what a great regular season Tate Lewis had. .335, 3 home runs, 36 RBIs. Has been great in this series. Showing the poise at the dish, laying off. Tate 3 for 6 in game 1. 2 for 4 yesterday. Now Cole Williams coming out to talk to his left-hander. Camden Plew on deck, followed by Ethan Hatch. And safe to say, fellas, in this series, no lead is safe on either side.
No lead is safe whatsoever. I mean, both teams are playing with 110% effort, and they're just scratching, clawing. This is a dirty, very much scrappy contest, and I mean, it's a battle of attrition here. Who wants it more? And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the lead shift more than once with the, you know, with how much baseball we have left to play here today.
Tate Lewis, 3-0 count. Camden Plew on deck. Bender connects. And Jackson Brenna showing enough confidence in his stuff to, on a 3-0 pitch, to come with the slider. Now 3-1. Hash at second, Turgeon at first. 3-1 pitch. And Tate swings through another bender. Goes to 3-2. So Jackson Brenna battling back. A young man who pitched well in the loss to the Coyotes. Back on April 21st, went 7 1/3, allowing 3 runs, 2 earned. And Tate Lewis draws the walk, much to the chagrin of the Paradise Valley fans, and they're loaded. And Camden Plew with an opportunity. Sack fly, scores a run. First pitch from Jackson Brenna. This one bounced to the right side, and Camden Plew delivers. 1 run is in. They will hold Turgeon at third base. And Camden Plew with a big base knock through the right side. And the Coyotes pull within 4-2.
That is big time. And unfortunately, no sound system here today, but the Yodi spirit fights on, and the fans are making their own music, man. Walking to the beat of their own drum. This ball grounded up the middle. Out at second and out at first base. A double play is rolled on the Ethan Hatch ground ball. And just like that, the Pumas are able to work out of a very treacherous situation. The Yotes plate 1. We head to the top of the 4th. The score, Pumas 4, Coyotes 2.
We go to the 4th inning, and Rob Liddington steps in, singled his first time up and struck out. Andrew Yusupchuk, going into his 4th inning of work, has allowed 4 runs, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. Liddington, Cole Williams, and Carson Craig. And Liddington lays off for ball 1.
And real quick, I mean, we have a birthday on the Yotes roster today. Bryson Fay, he's spent most of the season as the bullpen catcher, but I mean, the kid's got a bright future. He's a true freshman. He went to Castile High School with me, and you know, happy birthday, Bryson. Hope his family's watching.
I love Faye.
Yeah, dude.
Happy
They might be in
birthday.
attendance today, but if any of Bryson Faye's family's watching at home, we wish your boy a very happy birthday. We love Faye very much.
Yeah, so when he gets home, you better break out some cake and ice cream for the young man, because who doesn't love cake and ice cream?
Mm-hmm. Cake, ice cream, and pizza.
Absolutely, a good combination. And a big shout out to the Perry parents, the doc, his lovely mom and fantastic dad. They are ordering pizza for the broadcast crew here, and man, we are just getting love throughout the valley here, and all the good comments throughout the nation from California to the East Coast, and we appreciate everyone dialing us up on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. Camden Plew, good hop. Plew flows over. Perfect throw and a good flow to the ball.
And I mean, that's a great first out to, you know, get Rob Liddington out of the way. He's been such a stubborn batter against these Yotes pitchers, and to get him out of the way like that is phenomenal. Great start to the inning.
Cole Williams checks in. RBI single in the first. Bounce to second. Last time up. Coyotes with activity in the bullpen. Looks like we had Alex Carnes, the right-hander, working. This one fouled off. So the Coyotes answered with 1 in the bottom of the third to pull within 2. They rallied from a 4-1 deficit yesterday to win 5-4. Cole Williams strokes one the other way, and Cole Williams, once again, just a beautiful little short swing to right field. Now 2 for 3 in this one. Cole Williams now 6 for 13 in this 3-game series.
Yeah, that number does not surprise me.
Carson Craig at the dish. This one skied straight back. And not only are we the broadcast crew of Chandler-Gilbert, but we can respect and appreciate great baseball players when we see them. And Cole Williams has a bright future in this game.
Undoubtedly. And Craig is frozen right there on the bender from Chuck. Bat did not move.
Yeah, you gotta love the talent in this conference across all teams. There's a lot of good players, and it makes for good competition. A lot of teams have split with each other this season, you know, so it really comes down to who can be the most consistent, and that just really goes to show the level of baseball here in Arizona.
Sport is so conducive being played in the state with the weather gorgeous the way it is, and that one gets away, and on his giddy up, turning to third base is the pinch runner. And that's Ty Nelson, and Ty Nelson takes advantage of the error by Yusufchuk.
Yep, not an ideal situation, especially after you just had the hitter flailing his hands out at a curveball 0-2. So the momentum might have shifted a little bit right there. Now a situation where you're going to have to make some tighter pitches. Runner on third base and 1 out.
Infield is in.
The double play situation's been eliminated.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Craig just gets a piece.
See that infield move in. That they know how important that run is. Trailing in this game is tough. Not saying it hasn't been done, but you know, momentum's a huge factor.
Yeah.
This one scorched down the left field line. And right now the Coyotes not doing the little things necessary. The error by Plu, the bad throw by Yusufchuk, the ball getting away from Eric Anderson. 0-2 pitch. This one skies straight up. An opportunity for Ethan Hatch, and Hatch loves it. And now it's Dayton Francis at the dish. Powerful slugger. Struck out his first time up and lined out on a great catch by Amir McGee in left field his last time up.
Yeah.
And Amir has been fantastic in left field in this series.
He has.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the first day, Thursday, he was just, he had his track shoes on, so to speak. He was covering so much ground.
Fastball misses upstairs. On deck is Chaz Clemens. And that one misses outside as Anderson moves nimbly through that ball in the dirt. Great energy at this yard. Everyone knows what's at stake. And Chuck blisters the black. Goes to 2-1. The winner faces the Gateway Glendale Community College winner. Glendale, the 1 seed. Glendale, the 4 seed. They have split their first 2 games. They are meeting in decisive game 3 today as well. This one bounced to the left side. Camden Plu deep in the hole. Plu lost his battle.
Yeah! Let's go!
And makes the good throw.
Wow. What a
Camden
play for
Plu lost his balance and throws a perfect one-hop over to Dante Turgeon, and that's going to do it. Coyotes come up big defensively. We go to the bottom of the 4th. This one, Pumas with a 4-2 lead. So the Coyotes escape some damage on the nice play by Camden Plew. Now they look to draw closer against lefty Jackson Brennan, the Pumas. Porter Pittman singled his first time up, followed by Amir McGee and Eric Anderson. And Porter Pittman's had some good at-bats in this series, gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, Porter Pittman, redshirt sophomore, he showed flashes this season, and I mean, as soon as the postseason hit, it looks like Porter Pittman is just a new man. He has just been phenomenal. He's definitely been a key player in the Coyotes' success so far in this series, and he looks to continue to do so here in this at-bat as the count goes to 2-1 on the slider from Brenna.
Porter Pittman 1 for 2 yesterday. Extra base knock to the deepest part of the field. Singled in his first plate appearance. And that bounces in the dirt. And what I'm liking, Porter's having good at-bats. He's seeing the ball well, but he's not forcing anything at the dish.
Yes.
Not being over-aggressive.
Exactly. He's waiting for his pitch to come to him. He looks so calm in there right now, which, you know, maybe is not something we've seen from him for the entire duration of the season.
And that goes to 3-2. Porter working a deeper count against Jackson Brennan. Amir McGee on deck. And that misses. And Porter Pittman works his way with a quality AB. And Amir McGee, we kind of talked about Porter Pittman looking better in the second half of the year. Same can be said about Amir McGee, who struggled in the early half and has really come on. And not to mention, he got a single in the second inning. He's been playing lights out defense and has really given the Coyotes some pop in the lower half of the order. Cole Williams throws down, showing that cannon.
Yeah, Cole Williams just trying to keep his stranglehold on the Coyotes' run game. And he's just continually flashing his arm, just letting the Coyotes know, hey, it's still here. Didn't go anywhere.
1-0 pitch. Runner is going, the throw down, and the shortstop Ty Cohen was not there as Cole Williams threw a perfect strike, and that is, we talked about some of the mistakes the Coyotes have made in this game. Ty Cohen, he has got to be there for the Pumas.
Yeah, that's a big play, and that's huge for the Coyotes to manufacture a runner into scoring position now. And the Pumas could have bases cleared with 1 out right now, but Ty Cohen dropped the 8 ball there.
So Amir McGee now with a 2-1 count, and the big thing for Amir, move the runner over. Get him to third base.
Yeah, especially with no outs and a 2-run game. We want to manufacture whatever we can, and Amir McGee laces one down the first base line, but it's going to be just foul. And Amir McGee almost had himself some extra bases right there, but he'll go back to the batter's box in a 2-2 count.
So now Amir, no question, he's got to defend the plate. Won't be bunting on a 2-2 pitch. And Jackson Brennan, you got to wonder if he'll go back to the slider. Goes to the fastball, misses outside, goes to 3-2. Eric Anderson on deck. Three-two pitch. And that misses. And Amir McGee draws the walk. And the Paradise Valley fans not happy with that call. And home plate umpire Paul Chandler. So now Eric Anderson in a situation. Couple runners on. No outs. And Victor Solis coming in to talk to Jackson Brennan. And Mother Nature is bringing the wind, and she's bringing plenty of sunshine. Very windy day. The wind is blowing out. And Solis, in his 15th year at Paradise Valley, always brings a professional, business-like approach to the ball yard.
Yeah, business-like indeed.
Some words of encouragement for Jackson Brennan, who pitched well against the Coyotes in the loss a couple weeks back. A 3-1 loss where Patrick Morris just outpitched him. Now it's Eric Anderson with a fresh slate.
Squares bunt, and Brenna misses with the slider away.
And I love Eric Anderson is polished enough to know if the ball's out of the zone, pull the bat back.
Yeah, so many times you'll see that batters will just leave the bat out there and take a strike, but Eric Anderson, his head is on his shoulders right now. Squares bunt again. This one catches him up and in, and he can't turn away in time, so that'll be a foul ball for strike one.
Brenna coming tight in the zone on Eric Anderson. Almost a defensive style bunt to protect himself in that situation. The corners are in. Clemens tied at third. Gavin Acosta tied at first. 1-1 pitch to Anderson. And that one nails the corner, and Cole Williams with the throwback, trying to keep Porter Pittman at bay. We are in the bottom of the fourth. Must win. Game 3, Region 1 playoffs. 1-2 pitch. Anderson goes down swinging. Hashisaki stepping in. Hit by a pitch. And got on an error by the first baseman, Gavin Acosta. And that play, tough hop at first base, could be ruled a base hit depending on who's scoring, because this field, make no mistake, is rock hard.
Yep.
Hash bounces one foul down the first base side. Hash 2 for 4 in the opener. 0 for 4 yesterday. Outfield playing him fairly shallow. 0-1 pitch. Hash bounces one to the right side, and that one's going to get through. Porter Pittman turning third. He's got the green light. Played the dish. Cole Williams, Porter Pittman, and Porter Pittman is gunned down at the dish by Rob Liddington. Rob Liddington, one of the best players in the conference, comes up gunning, and Porter Pittman is gunned down. And a bang-bang play at the dish. Stepping in is Jameson Armstrong. Sacrifice bunt his first time up and struck out. Runner is going. Down to second is Hashizaki. And Cole Williams and the Pumas will give the Coyotes that opportunity. JMO 2 for 5 in the opener, 1 for 4 yesterday. And this one squared right at Ty Cohen. And the Coyotes come up empty. We go to the fifth. Pumas with a 4-2 lead. So the Coyotes come up empty in that last part of the fourth inning. Now Andrew Yusupchuk going into his fifth inning of work. He'll face Chas Clemens, Ty Cohen, and Gavin Acosta. Almost halfway through this ball game. And the Coyotes trailing the Pumas 4-2. Clemens bounced out and doubled. This one skied straight up. Dante Turgeon calling everyone off, and Dante makes the catch. And that is what you call effectiveness on the mound. 1 pitch, 1 out. Ty Cohen stepping in. Good day for the shortstop, has singled and walked. You'd love to see Yusupchuk get another inning, grind out possibly another one here, maybe get into the 6th as well and give the bullpen an opportunity from there.
Yeah, exactly, and it's great to see Yusupchuk have like such a good rebound. I mean, he started the game looking a little bit shaky. First 3 innings, he allowed 4 runs, and you know, he came out last inning, posted a big 0, and hopefully he can do the same here. He's off to a great start.
This one fouled off, and Doc and Andrew, kind of give us an insight. If you're Yusupchuk on this mound, you're getting the ball in the biggest game of the season. Emotions are high, no question, for Andrew Yusupchuk.
Oh yeah,
on this day.
Absolutely, but this is something that he's been preparing for all year, you know. Last year he got the ball in the playoffs as well against Phoenix College. So today he definitely wants to change the story a little bit and continue on with his team. Oof. So no doubt he's a wreck of emotions, but he looks locked in and stuff. The Coyote defense behind him, if they can lock in as well, this could be a very tight game.
3-1 count, and Cohen takes upstairs and he draws a 1-out walk. Gavin Acosta has been on a couple times, hit by a pitch and walked. And John Watson, no hesitation, is going to the bullpen. We'll take a moment here. Coyotes making a pitching change, trailing 4-2 here in must-win Game 3 against Paradise Valley. So the day is done for Andrew Yusupchuk. 4 runs, only 2 earned, 7 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks. Stepping in is Alex Carnes. Carnes on the year, record of 4-2, 4.63 ERA. He picked up a no decision against Paradise Valley in the team's 7-6 comeback victory. That was on April 22nd, going 5 innings, scattering 11 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 5 strikeouts, and stepping into the dish is Gavin Acosta, hit by a pitch and walked. And Doc, give us the breakdown on Alex Carnes.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Carnes is a really good pitcher. He's had a pretty phenomenal season with the Coyotes. And this ball is grounded through the 5-6 hole. That'll be a base hit for number 7, Gavin Acosta. And I mean, for Alex Carnes, his keys to success is just pairing that fastball and curveball and pairing them well. His fastball out of a very high arm slot, and the curveball comes out of the same tunnel all the way up top, and hitters have a very hard time of recognizing it. But for Alex Carnes. Got to be selective with your pitches because these Pumas hit everything in their wheelhouse. You got to be careful against a lineup like these guys.
Austin Corbett coming in as pesky as they come. Popped out to a Yusuf Chuck and a great diving catch. RBI walk in the third. Hit a grand slam against the Coyotes in the Coyotes 7-6 victory a couple weeks back. Three for 5 in the opener, 1 for 3 yesterday. Got a 1-1 count. Cohen at second, Acosta at first. Carnes misses inside. Drew Kotz on deck. Just about everyone is available to go on the mound for the Coyotes except for Jacob Anderson, who went a season-high 5 innings yesterday. 2-1 pitch. That misses upstairs. Goes to 3-1. Victor Solis in that Paradise Valley dugout, flashing the signs to Jim Murphy, his third base coach. 3-1 pitch. And throws it right by Austin Corbett. And it goes full. Paradise Valley bringing the energy from the Paradise Valley area. Of course, Chandler-Gilbert located here in the East Valley off the 202. 3-2 pitch. This one skied out of play. We'll do it all over again. So we've got sugar in the broadcast booth, courtesy of Camden Plu's wife. We've got pizza coming, courtesy of the doctor, his parents. 3-2 pitch, and that one. And that one misses low, much to the chagrin of the Coyotes faithful, and they are loaded up. Stepping in, Drew Kotz, always so dangerous, followed by Rob Lennington, and Alex Carnes is going to go through the dangerous part of the Coyotes, make that of the Pumas lineup. Kotz a force in the leadoff spot for the Pumas. First pitch. That misses low. Cohen at third. Costa at second. Corbett at first. Pumas with a 4-2 lead. Must win game 3. 1-0 pitch. This one bounced to the right side. Armstrong flips over to Plu. The throw over.
Yeah.
And they do it, and they turn it.
That was
Carnes shuts the door down. 4-6-3 double play, and the Coyotes get out of danger. Carnes delivers, and now the Coyotes look to deliver at the dish in the home half of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th, Jackson Brennan going back to work on the bump for PV. And Doc, give us a breakdown of what you've seen from the left-hander so far.
Yeah, I mean, for Jackson Brennan, it's been the same story that I expected here today. The slider has just been phenomenal for him, and he's kept the Yotes at bay. He's gotten the big outs when he's needed them, and just pitching well, pitching around the zone, not many walks. limiting free bases. He's had 1 hit by pitch, and for Jackson Brenna, the slider, changeup, fastball combo is working in full effect today.
Dante Turgeon, Tate Lewis, Camden Plough as Turgeon takes a monster
hack there.
Monster cut. Goes to 1-1. A lot of excitement for this matchup today. Must win game 3. Coyotes took 3 of 4 from Paradise Valley in the regular season. PV rallied from a 6-0 deficit in game 1 to win 14-10. Coyotes rallied from a 4-1 deficit to win 5-4 yesterday, forcing a game 3. Now the Coyotes need some heroics, trailing by 2. Turgeon locked up on the bender. Dante, RBI double in the first, a single in the third. That one just misses. Dante looking to dial it up. This one bounced to short. High hopper for Ty Cohen. Cohen flips over and throws over, and Dante, unfortunately, not at full strength, not able to run that one out. Might have been bang bang.
Yep. Had to hold up a little bit there.
Stepping in, Tate Lewis bounced out to third and walked. Tate having a good series, 3 for 6 and 2 for 4 yesterday. Been a rock solid performer for this Coyotes team all season. That bender misses. On deck is Camden Plough. And one thing we've seen, Doc, is all the pitchers today working fast and effectively.
Yeah.
No hesitation in their games. Tate Lewis, 2-1 count. And Paul Chandler stops play.
And looks like Cole Williams might have hurt his hand there. Could be nagging him from the play not too long ago, but he seems very apprehensive to get back behind the dish.
And Cole Williams has been so rock solid for this Paradise Valley team, behind the dish and at the plate. Love to see the young man continue, and in a game of this magnitude, Cole Williams is not pulling himself out.
No, he's not coming out. No way.
He's a competitor and one of the best players in this conference. 2-1 pitch. And that misses just barely outside. A 4-2 Coyotes deficit. PV, 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. And that one bounces in the dirt, and Cole Williams getting a little bit of a workout. Now it's Camden Plough. 1 for 2, RBI single in the third. Ethan Hatch on deck. Camden, 1 for 4 in the first game, 2 for 4 yesterday, 1 for 2 today.
Oh my
Scorches
goodness.
this one deep
Camden
and foul.
Plough.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Knocks that one out to Mesa.
That ball was a monster shot from Camden
Dude,
Plough.
that was like 108
What?
off the bat.
Where did that come from? I did not know
Holy.
Camden Plough could hit a ball that hard and that far. That ball almost reached the soccer field in the air.
Camden Plough does have home run power.
What?
Homered in the first game, 3 homers in the regular season. And Jackson Brennan misses low and inside. And Camden Plough with a no-doubter in the game 1 loss. And that misses. Goes to 3-1. Ethan Hatch on deck. Camden Plough looking to deliver, and that one misses inside.
Yeah, baby. And some stirring now in the Puma bullpen. Jackson Brenna starting to labor a little bit here in the bottom of the fifth.
Ethan Hatch overdue, bounced to third and bounced into a double play that ended a threat in the third. And Brenna dials it up for strike one. Hatch showing some patience after back-to-back walks, looking for a first pitch strike and gets it. He's got the 4-3 hole to deal with. Bender, that misses outside. And Porter Pittman, who's looked good in this series, is on deck. 1-1 pitch. This one lifted down the first base line. Giving chase is Acosta. Great hustle by Acosta. And we've seen this on both sides today, just all-out effort. Every play matters in this one.
Yeah.
One-two count. Ethan Hatch. Lewis at second, Plew at first. That one misses inside. And good shout outs to the Castile Colts rolling in the 5A playoffs, as well as the Hamilton High School baseball team in the 6A ranks here in the state of Arizona. 2-2 pitch, Ethan Hatch. Hatch bounces one through the left side. Chaz Clemens comes up, guns to second, and the Pumas turn a pair. Clemens, the perfect hop, flipped over to second, and the turn at first. And the Coyotes' threat comes up empty. We go to the 6th. Paradise Valley with a 4-2 lead. So let's go. Alex Carnes now officially on the bump, facing Rob Liddington, Cole Williams, and Carson Craig. Alex Carnes came in the last frame and shut the door. Liddington takes a first pitch strike. Liddington singled to the first, struck out, and grounded out to short. Carnes misses outside. So this game has been a wave of emotions, and who can play cleaner defensively? And we've seen Paradise Valley come up with some key double plays to stifle some Coyotes rallies. Now it's up to Carnes and the Coyotes defensively to hold this Paradise Valley team in check.
Yeah, this game has been so tit for tat. Both sides not wanting to bend or break.
And we got some activity in the PV bullpen, deep in that right side. And Andrew Fury, the master of technical control, will see if he can get a number for us. And that one is fouled off as Liddington loses his elbow guard and will put it back on.
number 41.
41 down in the pen.
And as we check that,
That's Liam O'Brien.
the hard-throwing right-hander.
Familiar face as Alex Carnes records the K right there, baby.
And Liam O'Brien among the league leaders with 87 strikeouts coming into this one. There were some rumors that he was banged up, a little injured, but now looks like Victor Solis, the
Paradise Valley bringing out the big guns.
veteran coach, has his ace ready to fire some fastballs and give the team a chance to move on to the next round.
And Liam O'Brien was the starting pitcher in the game which the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes defeated Paradise Valley in their last series, 7-6, and he went, I believe, 5 1/3 innings. He pitched very well, but not well enough to allow his reliever to come in with the save. 5 2/3 innings, apologies.
Attaboy, Carnes.
So interesting to see him back. There were doubts of him not making an appearance, but Victor Solis pulling out all stops here in this elimination game. And the line drive off the bat of Cole Williams is corralled by Jamison Armstrong over at second base for the second out of the inning now. And that'll bring up Carson Craig up to bat.
Singled, reached on an error, and popped to third base. And you got to figure, Doc, the way this is setting up, you got O'Brien potentially coming in the lower half, and that might set up Drew Bond, their ace reliever, for possibly the 8th or 9th.
Yeah.
We saw Bond in extended work in game 1, and Bond is one of the best lights out, and Bond wasn't at his best in that game 1 victory, but you know what good pitchers do? They find a way, and Bond did just that. This one, high chopper, Armstrong, the backhand play, and Carson Craig beats it out on the high infield single. Stepping in, Dayton Francis, the mountain of a man, struck out, line to left, and bounced to short. Francis, a long home run in yesterday's loss.
Yeah.
A couple key matchups against his former high school teammate, Jacob Anderson. Now 2 outs here against Alex Carnes, and Francis will step out. Carnes looking, Craig back at first pitch. And Anderson with a throw down. On deck is Chaz Clements. Now it's becoming a chess match. First game was a slugfest. Yesterday was more of a methodical game of both teams playing station to station, and now this one as Dayton Francis gets a big cut. It's what bullpen can be more solid? What team defensively can be cleaner in this one?
Yeah, the battle of attrition. Who will break first?
Francis, 1-1 pitch.
Oh,
Oof.
oh yeah.
Takes a
Fire.
beauty by Carnes. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Carson Craig at first. Modest lead. And this one lifted to the right side, and giving chase is Jamison Armstrong, and Armstrong drops the ball.
Yeah, those two, J-Mo and Porter, have had a couple miscommunications over the series, and right there, I guess it comes back to bite them, as Dayton Francis will end up on first, and Carson Craig will find himself on third base. Up to bat is Chaz Clements. And still 2 outs here.
Clemens has bounced out, doubled, and popped to first. Alex Carnes winds and delivers, high heat. And every ball in this inning has not been hit hard. Craig just hit one off the turf, that sky high. Dayton Francis. This one knocked to left side. Ethan Hatch, slow roller, will throw over to second base, and that'll do it. Some drama in this one, but the Coyotes escape, and we go to the Bottom of the 6th, with the Coyotes trailing 4-2. As advertised, the hard-throwing Liam O'Brien stepping in for Paradise Valley, facing Porter Pittman. Pittman has singled and walked. And Liam O'Brien, record of 5-5, ERA at 3.68, 87 strikeouts and 71 innings of work. Young man who can bring the gas. 1-0 pitch. Fires it on the corner. Goes to 1-1. And a big shout out to the doctor's mom. Just feeding the broadcast crew with a couple Brooklyn V's, Zaz, and some wings. And Porter Pittman laces one right. Liddington on his giddy up, and Liddington can't track it down. The ball goes to the wall. Porter Pittman turning second, on his way to third. The throw from Kotz, and that will gun down Porter Pittman. Drew Kotz from Liddington, and Kotz fires a dart that erases Porter Pittman. Fantastic fundamental baseball by Paradise Valley.
Yep. And that's a huge play from the right fielder, Liddington. Get that ball in quickly, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel for the Coyotes. Liam O'Brien looked unhittable his last time out, and Porter Pittman just launched a ball off of him. So already some cracks in the armor. O'Brien, maybe not his full self here today, maybe merely just a shell. We'll see how this develops, but right now he seems to be a little bit rattled. 2-0 is the count.
Drew Kotz had to make a perfect throw and does just that.
Yeah.
A perfect throw on the relay from Liddington in right field. Porter Pittman erased. Now it's Amir McGee. 1 for 2. Make that 1 for 1 with a walk. And it goes to 2-2. On deck is Eric Anderson. And give PV a lot of credit. They are playing sound, fundamental baseball, giving themselves an opportunity to win this one. And Amir misses on the bender. Eric Anderson checking in. Bounced into a double play and struck out. And we appreciate all the fans dialing in, no matter where you're watching this one, whether it's from Crescent, California, Paso Robles, to Philadelphia. We appreciate you dialing us up right here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. Must-win Game 3, Region 1 semifinals. The winner goes on to face the winner of Gateway and Glendale next weekend. Eric Anderson with a big cut. Goes to 1-1. So now it's a bullpen battle. What team can deliver out of the pen? Alex Carnes, now it's Liam O'Brien on the 1-1 pitch. That misses outside. And Doc, give us a breakdown of Liam O'Brien on the mound.
Yeah, I mean, O'Brien is very similar in my eyes to Brenna, obviously from the other side, being a righty, but he has a slider, and he loves his slider. That was his pitch as well last time he was out, and when he pairs it with the two-seam fastball, like just right there, it's a pretty deadly combo.
And all I got to say is, what am I going to do without you and Andrew Fury with the expert analysis next year? You guys are going to be playing, and I'm going to have to work with a couple rookies to break in, and I'm just hoping, and I mean this sincerely, fellas, they can bring the quality insight that you guys can bring, that you bring to every telecast.
Well, Joe, I mean, you know, all props to you here. I mean, you really molded us into the broadcasters that we are today, and I'm sure that whatever young two rascals they throw you next year, you'll mold them just fine. But Liam O'Brien back to his former self here today. After the long ball from Porter Pittman, he reels it in, goes back-to-back strikeouts, and the Pumas are headed up to bat in the top of the 7th with some momentum behind him. Alex Carnes takes the bump yet again. Pumas lead 4 to the Coyotes 2.
Alex Carnes going back to the bump. Ty Cohen, Gavin Acosta, Austin Corbett. Cohen 1 for 1 with the pair walks. We are in the 7th. Must win Game 3. These two squads split the first 2 games. Coyotes dropping the first one 14-10 after leading 6-0 and rallying from a 4-1 deficit to win yesterday 5-4. Coyotes took 3 of 4 from Paradise Valley in the regular season. Carnes in relief of Andrew Yusupchuk. That misses inside. It's a bullpen battle now. Carnes versus O'Brien. 1-1 pitch to Ty Cohen. Bouncer, and Alex Carnes moving quickly, and a nice play by the right-hander for the first out. And Doc, you've been in that position. Look, a bouncer, when you're coming off throwing a dart to home plate, no easy task.
Yeah. No, absolutely. A lot of pressure in situations like that because it happens so quickly, but you always just got to be on your toes.
Especially the way the ball moves on this field.
Yeah.
Gavin Acosta takes a high bender that misses for ball 1. Acosta hit by a pitch, has walked and singled. That's fouled straight back. The other series, just as good. Glendale Community College won a slugfest, or actually winning big against Gateway in game 1. Gateway responding yesterday, and they're in must-win game 3 today. Carnes coming out gunning, 1-2. Austin Corbett on deck. And Alex Carnes coming out of that pen with some pop. Looks determined on that hill. 2-2 pitch. And that misses off the turf.
But a very good miss. You know, that slider of his has gotten a lot of chases here today, but brings him into a 3-2 count, and now we await the payoff pitch. On the way, this one grounded up the middle, and that's going to be a base knock for number 7, Gavin Acosta. And I mean, for Alex Carnes, something worth noting is he started off the season a little bit slow. He looked a little bit rusty, a little bit uncomfortable on the mound, but I've mentioned this before. As the season has gone on, Alex Carnes has only performed better and better. And we see that here today. He's come in, he's pitched 2 scoreless innings, and he's got 1 out and a runner on first base here. He looks to replicate the previous zeros he's posted on the scoreboard.
4-2 on the season, ERA 4.63. This one is laced to left field. This one is one hopper off the wall. Mir McGee plays it cleanly. The throw into Camden Plew. And Austin Corbett continues to be a thorn in the Coyote side. The long double. Now there's runners at second and third as Drew Kotz steps in. Carnes missed with location, and Corbett makes him pay. Now the infield is in for the Coyotes. This one fouled straight back, and Drew Kotz, no hesitation, coming out swinging. Liddington on deck, followed by Cole Williams. Alex Carnes is going to have to go through the gauntlet of the Paradise Valley lineup. 0-1 pitch. Bender.
Beautiful.
A beauty.
You're right, Joe. He's going to have to go through the gauntlet, and there's no forced double play at hand here, so no potential easy way out for him. He's going to have to claw his way through this one.
0-2 pitch to Drew Kotz. 2 for 4 on the day.
He leaned in, yeah.
Yeah, he leaned.
Call him out. Yeah!
And Drew
There we
Kotz
go!
Good call, Blue.
Atta baby!
leans into the pitch
Great call.
and gets ruled out
That's
by
doing your
home
job.
plate
Perfect.
umpire Paul Chandler.
Wonderful job by Paul Chandler.
And Victor Solis will come out and have a discussion with the home plate umpire.
There's no discussion to be had here. That was clear as day, Bush League. And Victor Solis will make his trot back to the dugout now. Quick conversation with Paul Chandler.
So now there's 2 outs. Infield at normal depth. Outfield playing Liddington deep across the way. And that one beans Liddington. And that was a bender that just missed. By no means was that intentional.
Yeah, and for the viewers at home who may not know, if you ever are going to intentionally beat somebody, it's never going to be on an off-speed pitch. So that was just a mishap from Alex Carnes. No bad blood there. But now the bases are juiced, and up to bat is a man we've talked about plenty of times on this broadcast through this series. It's Cole Williams.
Cole Williams having himself a day. 2 for 4 in this one. 3 for 6 in the opener. 1 for 4 yesterday. One of the best hitters in the conference, and Alex Carnes, no hesitation, dials up the gas for strike 1. Cole Williams leading the team in hitting coming into this series at .344, 28 RBIs. 0-1 pitch. Cole Williams fouls this one off, quickly goes to 0-2.
And the tension in the stands right now is palpable. You can reach your hand out and grab it.
I love the atmosphere in playoff baseball.
Just phenomenal.
The Coyotes managing to stay in this one, and this is an important at-bat. Pivotal pitch here on the way from Carnes.
Here it is. Ooh. Just gets a piece.
Who wants it more, as Perry said earlier today.
Who wants it more?
Competitors spread out all across the field.
I'm taking Alex Carnes here.
A lot of people have put a lot of time and effort in this season.
0-2 pitch to Cole Williams. Misses outside. Cole Williams lays off.
That's a good 0-2 pitch.
Great
though.
0-2 pitch.
You could set something up. That location sets some stuff up. You could possibly throw an off speed here, but you could still climb and throwing it fastball in at the hands.
Williams lifts one left, and Amir McGee, he is under it. And Alex Carnes and the Coyotes escape a potential disastrous inning, and they get out of it. We go to the home half of the 7th. Coyotes trailing 4-2. Coyotes trailing 4-2. They're going to bring the top of the order. Men Hashisaki, Jamison Armstrong, and Dante Turgeon to face the hard-throwing Liam O'Brien. Chaz Clemens tied at third. Haas shows bunt, pulls back. And PV with some work in the pen just in case. Haas skies this one down the left field line, and this one is going to just drop. Great effort by Carson Craig in left field. And Carson Craig all out. DEFCON 1. Full force, full throttle effort just comes up empty.
Yeah, what phenomenal effort there from the left fielder. And, I mean, that just goes to show you how much both teams want it right now. Coming into these last 3 innings, or 2.5.
Craig working.
Everything is on the line.
Craig now back in position. 1-1 count to Hashisaki. Takes the strike, across the belt, goes to 1-2. Ben's mother, Tara, and his grandparents also here today. 1-2 pitch. That misses outside. A slew of parents on hand for this one, seeing their youngsters play on both sides. 2-2 pitch. And Haas swings right through it. Step again, Jamison Armstrong. Sacrifice bunt, struck out, and lined to short. Liam O'Brien working with Cole Williams, Jamison Armstrong. Takes high and outside for ball one. Liam O'Brien, one of the league leaders with 87 strikeouts coming into this one. And that misses outside. Dante Turgeon followed by Tate Lewis. Coyotes hoping to manufacture some runs to tie this one up and turn the order around again. And that misses. Beautiful day for baseball. Mother Nature cooperating. Windy day as well. 3-0 count. That misses. A 4-pitch walk for Jamison Armstrong. Stepping in, Dante. RBI double in the first, single in the third, bounced to short in the fifth. Regular season in the last matchup between these two teams, Dante with a go-ahead 3-run homer and a 7-6 Coyotes win. Must-win Game 3 between Chandler-Gilbert and Paradise Valley in the Region 1 semifinals. And O'Brien buzzes the inside corner. Goes to 1-1. PV playing Dante deep in the outfield. And that misses. And Paradise Valley fan base wanted that call. 2-1 count. O'Brien working quickly. That misses upstairs.
3-1, 1 out, runner on first base. Crucial situation, crucial pitch right here from Liam O'Brien. We'll see how he deals with all this pressure. 3-1, and it's ball 4. Dante Turgeon is going to take a stroll down to first base. J-Mo moves to second. And up to bat comes the tank, Tate Lewis. And fellas, I know I've made some predictions in the past, but all I'm going to say is Tate Lewis can change the game with one swing right here.
A couple walks and bounced out to third base his first time up. One of the most consistent hitters in the Coyotes lineup all season. That misses upstairs. And Liam O'Brien in 71 innings of work, 31 walks. And now the assistants coming out to talk to Liam O'Brien. And there is activity in the Paradise Valley bullpen.
Yeah, and I wonder what this conversation is about, because it looked like O'Brien was showing maybe signs of pain on the mound after that walk, or maybe just disappointment in himself. But regardless, he was showing a ton of emotion. So the pitching coach probably just going out there to calm him down and see how he's doing.
And there were some rumors circulating that working in the pen for PV is number 9, Thomas Obrina, who came in and got the save in the Game 1 14-10 victory.
Yeah. And Urbina pitched in the Paradise Valley win in the last series they played. He pitched a phenomenal game.
Tate shoots this one up the middle.
Let's go.
Turn in the corner, Jamison Armstrong. Corbett comes up gunning, play to this. Armstrong beats the throw as the runners advance, and Tate Lewis comes up big, and the Coyotes now trail 4-3.
And up to bat, a man who has been seeing the ball very, very well today. It's Camden Plew.
That's exactly what we needed there. That was huge.
Huge from Tate Lewis.
Tate Lewis, RBI bingo. Now a 4-3 lead, and the tying run is 90 feet away. Go-ahead runs at second base, and Camden Plew has had some good at-bats.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning in his last at-bat, the first pitch, Camden Plew hit about 500 feet. This ball,
this kid is just
lined well down the third base line, but just foul.
Just needs to straighten it out
Oh
slightly.
my goodness, Camden Plew is all over the ball today.
Plew 1 for 2 in this one with a walk and an RBI single. Also popped out in the first. O'Brien laboring through this inning. 0-1 pitch. Camden fouls this one out of play as Cole Williams gives chase. So as expected, the intensity between these two teams picking up. O'Brien now 0-2 against Camden Plew.
Come on, Plew.
Bender misses upstairs, goes to 1-2. Dante Turgeon at third, Tate Lewis at second. On deck is Ethan Hatch. This one sky to left. Going
deep.
back is the left fielder Carson Craig, and Craig will make the catch. But
Yes.
on his giddy up is Dante Turgeon. He will score. And
Come
this
on,
one
baby.
is
Let's
tied
get it.
at 4. Camden Plew delivers. And we are knotted at 4 as the Coyotes comeback is on its way.
Coyotes fans on their feet clapping as per usual.
We see Nate dancing. Camden Plew, you just lit up this crowd.
Camden Plew fired us up, baby.
Camden Plew just got under it, or this one
Oh, man.
could be 6-4 Coyotes.
Oh, if that ball would have left the
No,
yard, I would have
no.
thrown my chair.
I can't even think about that happening because there might have been a riot in the stands.
Yeah, dude, I would have literally chucked your chair.
I would have,
Perry.
yeah.
And
It
talk
is such a
about
nice chair.
I would have jumped onto the field, man. So-
talk about a player who's overdue. Ethan Hatch bounced out to third and bounced into 2 critical double plays.
No
with
better
the Coyotes
time.
threatening in the 3rd and the 5th.
Time is called and a balk. Liam O'Brien
And
under all sorts of pressure right now. And the field umpire is telling him that there was a little bit of lean in his lead shoulder before he came set. And Liam O'Brien in a world of trouble right now. Runner on third base. And up to bat is Ethan Hatch.
go ahead run at third, and that one
Yeah!
hits Ethan Hatch.
Hatch taking one for the team like that, you love to see it.
Amazing.
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah.
And John Watson, the head coach, as well as the trainer, will go out and check the status of Ethan Hatch, and the wheels are falling off for Liam O'Brien. And Victor Solis thought about going out, and he's going to let things take its course with Ethan Hatch at first base, checking his health status. And we could be seeing Urbina out of the pen for PV. Ethan Hatch, and we know how tough this young man is. Last time these two teams faced, Hatch was at third base, took a rocket off his face,
Yep.
and managed to stay in the ball game, staying in the lineup.
We're going to have to give out numerous Purple Heart awards.
Purple Hearts. Whole bunch of Purple Hearts, baby. Team full of Warriors.
Yeah.
So the Coyotes, Tate Lewis at third base,
Let's go, Pitty!
Ethan Hatch at first. And we've got the rally gear going in the broadcast booth. And now Victor Solis will make the call to the pen. He'll bring in Urbina. We'll take a short time out here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. This one knotted at 3, must-win Game 3 between the Coyotes and the Pumas. So the Pumas go to Thomas Urbina. Record of 2-2, ERA 3.64, 26 Ks and 29 2/3 innings of work. Porter Pittman at the dish. Porter laces one through the left side, and Porter delivers as St. Louis scores, and the Coyotes take the 5-4 lead. Porter Pittman, who has looked fantastic in the postseason.
Wow!
And Porter with the clutch knock on the first pitch from Urbina.
Oh my goodness!
And the Coyotes with a 5-4 lead.
Keep it rolling. We talked about the Porter Pittman resurgence during the postseason, and my goodness, he continues to deliver. Porter Pittman, with perhaps the most clutch hit of his career, comes up big and gives the Coyotes the lead here in the bottom of the 7th.
Now it's Amir McGee.
Wow!
Singled in the 2nd, walked in the 4th, struck out in the 6th.
Good take.
Good eye.
And that
Good
misses
take.
outside. Hatch at 2nd, Pittman at 1st. Eric Anderson on deck. Followed by
Keegan
the
Roden
top
on
of the
deck.
order. This
Good
one
hack.
fouled off the right side.
Don't you just love this atmosphere?
Unbeatable.
And as Andrew alluded to, Keegan Roden on deck, pinch hitting for Eric Anderson. Will stay in at catcher. 2-1 pitch. This one bounced to the right side, and that one gets through. And the Coyotes hold up Ethan Hatch, and they are loaded. And the team putting on the rally caps and answering the bell.
You love to see that.
Keegan,
Get to the pen
Roden.
and do damage.
And Keegan Roden checking in, 233 on the season, 1 home run, 13 RBIs. Roden, 2 hits and 7 at-bats against Paradise Valley in the regular season. They are stacked and packed, nowhere to put them. Coyotes with a 5-4 lead. Fastball from Urbina. Dials it up.
Keegs. Come on.
come on, Keegan. El Capitan.
Get it done.
Hatch at 3rd, Pittman at 2nd, McGee at 1st. Good speed on the base path. 0-1 pitch. This one fouled out of play.
So we go to 0-2 now. We've seen Keegan Roden many times this season get 0-2 hits. He has a great 2-strike approach. He has a great head on his shoulders. We'll see what he can do here. Base is juiced.
Keegan Roden with an opportunity. Bender, this one, Chaz Clemens bounces over his head. 1 run is in. Porter Pittman will turn the corner, and Keegan Roden, a pinch hit 2-run single, and the Coyotes now up 7-4.
Coyotes are hot,
Wow!
Keegan.
Keegan!
Let's go.
Come on!
This crowd is absolutely electric.
This place just got lit on fire. Wow.
No lead is safe in the postseason.
No lead is safe.
And we go to the top of
Wow.
the order now with Hashizaki. And I don't even have to say anything. I let the fans and the broadcast crew call it as they see it.
My goodness.
Hosh
Good take, Hodge.
takes the over ball 1.
Even the takes are electric.
And I have to agree with you, Andrew Fury. This is electric.
Andrew Fury, more giddy than a high school girl on prom night. 2-0 count. 7-4 Coyotes lead.
Yeah, Benjamin.
His mom, Tara, on hand. His grandparents on hand as well. 2-0 pitch.
Good take. Oh. All right, all right.
McGee at 2nd. Roden at 1st.
Speed
John
all around.
Watson. How about
Oh, we got Seth Moore pinch running at first, so there's speed all over the base paths.
Seth Moore, the tank at 1st. Goes to 2-2. And how about Waddy with the Geico play of the day on
Yeah.
the
Perfect.
pinch hitter Keegan Roden for Eric Anderson, and Roden delivers.
Yep. Done.
2-2 count.
Good take.
And that one misses. And Urbina has yet to retire batter. Now goes full on Hosh with Armstrong on deck. Coyotes answering the call. 5 across here in the 7th. Haas looking for more. 3-2 pitch. This one skied down the left field line. Carson Craig getting on his giddy up. And that one's out of play.
Come on, Haas.
And this Chandler-Gilbert fan base, they're making some noise. They are loving life. They are glistening in the sun here in South Chandler with the team rallying for a 7-4 lead. Haas, 3-2 pitch from Urbina. This one knocked through the left side.
Let's go.
Amir McGee turning the corner. Carson Craig playing the plate. Offline. McGee scores. And Hashisaki delivers. And the Coyotes now lead 8-4.
Wow.
That was big.
You can't let these Coyotes get hot.
And Haas gets the second on the play. Speed kills, baby.
Just phenomenal from the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes.
Coyote season.
Wow.
6 runs are in, and
Nate,
Jamison
since you grabbed those
Armstrong
6, we've been going strong.
looking for more. Runners at second and third. That one misses high. Roden at third. Hashisaki at second base. Urbina out of the pen. Has yet to retire a batter. Armstrong. This one bounced through the right side, and that one gets through. 1 run is in. Hashisaki turning
my
and scores. And Armstrong delivers a 2-run single.
It's contagious.
And the onslaught is on. 8 across for the Coyotes in the 7th.
Something just took over the Coyotes this inning. Liam O'Brien came out looking good, but the Coyotes got to him, and they got to the pen. And when Tomas Urbina came in the game, something must have possessed these Yodi hitters. Perhaps the spirit that has followed them all season long.
Oh my goodness.
And now it fouls it off. Armstrong.
Wow. Paradise Valley side of the crowd is now silent. This game has been a roller coaster of emotions for both sides.
Victor Solis gambled going to the pen and comes up empty. 0-2 pitch to Dante. Runners going, and Dante delivers to center field. On his way to third base is Armstrong, and Dante having an amazing day. Now 3 for 4, and stepping in is Tate Lewis.
Wow.
Who had an RBI single in this 8-run
Now Dante
frame.
gets to finally get some rest. He produces yet again while injured. We're gonna get a pinch runner in there for him.
Yeah.
And Victor Solis works his way out of the pen. And he's going to the bullpen. And the Coyotes say goodbye to Thomas Urbina. We'll take a moment here in the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. The Coyotes 8 across. They lead 10-4 and must win Game 3 against Paradise Valley. Whoa! So Victor Solis goes to the pen and brings in the right-hander, Connor Dougal. 2-2 on the season, ERA of 5, 19 strikeouts and 27 innings of work. Face Tate Lewis, who has an RBI single in this frame. Runners going. Cole Williams throws down, and sliding in safely is Easton Bryant, pinch running. Armstrong at third base. Tate the tank. Clutch RBI single in this frame. Couple walks, grounded out to third. Connor Dougal looking to put out the Coyotes onslaught. This one bounces short. Ty Cohen deep in the hole, flips over, and that's going to finally do it. But the Coyotes score once, twice, 3 times, and more. They put up an 8th spot. They lead 10-4 going into the top of the 8th. So Alex Carnes has been given a 6-run lead as the offense goes to work and then some, putting up an 8 spot in the last frame, and Carson Craig delivers, and Porter Pittman will take this on the one hop. So now it's the
That was
Pumas
a good play there, important.
looking to deliver and get back in this one. And as we talked about in this series, no lead is safe.
And that scares me a little bit, Joe, but I have confidence in Alex Carnes and our defense. I'm sure they're alive and awake now. Nothing's going to get by. Everything's going to be clean and crisp.
Carnes throws over as the Coyotes mountain of a man, Easton Bryant, now in for Dante Turgeon at first base. And now it's the PB fan base looking to bring the energy and get their team pumped up for a potential rally. And this one bounced to the left side, and that one gets through. Dayton Francis. And this PB team not going away. Here comes Chaz Clemens. No activity yet in the Coyotes bullpen. Up by 6. John Watson, the head coach, going to give Alex Carnes an opportunity as Chaz Clemens steps in. 1 for 4 with a double. Bender, that misses.
And something worth noting, that 8-run frame there in the bottom of the 7th was the biggest of the series. The second being the 6-run inning that Paradise Valley posted in the 14-10 win, but that 8-run inning has just turned this game on its head.
You name it, everything went right. Balls finding the holes, big hops for base hits, and then some. 1-1 count. Carnes, Clemens, Bender, that's fouled off. Quickly goes to 1-2. Make that 2-2 on the count. Home plate umpire Paul Chandler behind the dish. Bender, and gets Clemens swinging right through it for the first out. And that Chandler fan base getting more and more pumped up. Stepping in, Ty Cohen, couple walks, 1 for 2, base knock in the second. Coyotes defensively, infield, playing back. Just looking for it out anywhere on the diamond. Bender misses outside, and now a point in this contest in between each pitch. Get a moment of silence as both teams locked in on what could potentially happen. 1-0 pitch. Bender, this one up the middle. Plew perfectly, steps on second, the throw over, and that'll do it. Camden Plew.
That's huge.
Unassisted, and the toss, and the Coyotes get out of damage. We go to the home half of the 8th. Coyotes with a 6-run lead, 10-4.
And stepping into the box now, it's Camden Plew.
Plew has had a good day at the dish. Sack fly RBI, RBI single, has walked and popped out. And now the hopes and dreams of the Pumas lie on the arm of Connor Dougal out of the pen. Coyotes went to work in the 7th inning. And Camden Plew shoots one to center, and that one's going to drop as Austin Corbett with a diving attempt. And right now for the Coyotes, everything looking like a giant beach ball.
Absolutely. And it's come to our attention up in the broadcasting booth that, you know, my 12-year-old voice might not be appreciated by those watching at home. And to that I say, if you don't want to hear me talk, give up less runs.
Ethan Hatch stepping up.
Ooh, good swing from Hatch. He gets just a piece of it. And Paradise Valley, you know, they got their backs against the wall and their season could come to a halt. And this is the moment where Coyotes could really pour it on, stick that final nail in the coffin. Big lead from Plew at first.
And a throw down by Cole Williams, keeping Camden close. Ethan Hatch bounced to third, bounced into a couple double plays, got hit by a pitch, part of that 8-run 7th. 1-2 pitch from Connor Dougal. This one laced down the right field line, foul, out of play.
Great approach from Hatch here. He's battling. 2 strikes on him, but Hatch is a competitor.
1-2 pitch. Ethan looking to win the battle. Bender and Connor Dougal dials it up, and Hatch is back to the bench.
That was a good pitch.
Yep.
And stepping in, and maybe the MVP of the Coyotes offensively in this game is Porter Pittman, who's been simply fantastic. Single in the second, walked in the fourth, doubled in the sixth, singled in the seventh. He's been fantastic. Runners going. Cole Williams throws it down, and
Yeah.
Camden Blue is in.
That could have been bad.
Oh, Camden Blue thought the ball got away right there, but luckily was able to regain his footing and get back on second base before he was tagged.
And John Watson staying aggressive, knowing the kind of arm Cole Williams has behind the dish, and Camden Blue beats the throw. Porter Pittman now with an opportunity. And sometimes as the postseason changes the dynamics and the perspective of a player, whether it be on the mound defensively or offensively. And Porter Pittman, the light has come on in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, just wow. The kid has become a star here in the latter half of the season.
2-0 pitch. Porter bounces one up the middle. Kotz ranging, can't make the play. Camden Blue comes in, play at the plate. And Cole Williams on the tag, and Camden Blue is thrown out by 5 feet.
Yep. Aggressive play there from Plu. And not much you can do. Tip your cap there and on to the next. Amir McGee up to bat now. Number 18.
Amir with a couple hits, a walk, and a strikeout on this one. Amir launches one to center. Austin Corbett going back. And Corbett makes the grab, and the Coyotes come up empty. Last chance opportunity for Paradise Valley. Chandler-Gilbert 3 outs away from punching their ticket to the Region 1 Finals. So we go to the top of the ninth, last chance opportunity, and Alex Carnes has answered the bell. And stepping in at the dish. As we
Let's go, Kaiji.
check the batter right now. And that looks like number 26, Matt Graff. Pinch hitting for Gavin Acosta. And that misses outside. So this Coyotes team, as we talked about in this series, no lead is safe. The first team that scored in every game has not gone on to win. Carnes blows it right by him. And it goes to 2-2. Defense playing him straight away. 2-2 pitch. Alex Carnes just misses on the inside corner. And we talked about players stepping up in the limelight. How about John Watson bringing in Alex Carnes, and Alex Carnes has owned it in the circle.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Carnes came into this game and just took control. Absolutely took control. He came in the 5th, and just nonstop domination from Alex Carnes ever since.
But he's still got 3 outs to get, and the Pumas are not going to go down easy. And it starts with Austin Corbett after the walk to Matt Graff.
Yeah.
And Corbett has been flat out a baller in this one. Couple walks, a double, and has popped out as well.
And we've been talking about all the changes being made today. How about a tip of the cap to John Watson? I mean, changing out Eric Anderson for Keegan Roden behind the dish. Keegan came in, got a clutch hit right away, choosing to go with Alex Carnes out of the pen. It was the right time, and Alex Carnes has executed ever since. This ball lifted deep to center field. Hashizaki tracking back is underneath it, and he's going to make the grab.
So Corbett is done, and stepping in is Drew Kotz, followed by Rob Ludington, and the Coyotes 2 outs away from punching their ticket to the Region 1 Finals. And what I love about what Watson has done in this game, so many times you watch a game or you're involved in a game and a head coach will ride his lineup until the very end, and now realizing or failing to capitalize on his talent on his bench. And John Watson dials up all the right decisions, bringing in Keegan Roden on the pinch hit RBI single, bringing in Carnes out of the pen, and here we are in a situation where the Coyotes are 2 outs away from moving on. This one skied up, and Hashizaki right there, and Hash battling the wind and Mother Nature, and gets this second out.
He's so calm and composed out there.
And the Coyotes 1 out away from moving on to the Region 1 Finals.
Yep. And yeah, Joe, you mentioned it, but so many times coaches will fail to see that, sometimes their guy isn't bringing their best stuff on any given day, whether that be a hitter or a pitcher. And, there's so much talent and so many guys willing to come into the game and make an impact. And John Watson recognized that today. And the runner's going to take off. He'll be safe at second base. No throw attempt, and no throw attempt is needed. When you have Rob Whittington 0-1, 2 outs, and a 6-run lead, that base runner means just about nothing.
Carnes
call it.
Just misses. And we're going to have, if the Coyotes should seal this one, we will have extended post-game coverage. We will hear from head coach John Watson. We'll hear from the players after this victory if they should secure the final out. As Yogi Berra once said, it's not over till it's over.
Yep.
Anything can happen. We saw what the Coyotes could do with 2 outs, putting up an 8th spot in the 7th, and the Pumas are looking for that same kind of magic here in the 9th. 2-1 pitch to Rob Ludington, and Ludington lifts this one up. This one, Hashisaki's under it, and the Coyotes punch their way to the Region 1 Finals, rallying past the Pumas 10-4 and decisive.
Wow.
Game 3 here at Chandler-Gilbert.
That's just awesome. That is phenomenal to see everything that these kids have put into the season, and they went down 0-1 with the first game of the series. For them to come back and win 2 games in a row against Paradise Valley with the injuries and just everything that's been going on in the clubhouse is just phenomenal. Wow, so proud of these kids.
And we talked about critical moments in this game, and Yusuf Chuck obviously not at his best, and Watson makes the call, goes to the right-hander, and Alex Carnes, what does he do? Comes up and puts zeros on the scoreboard.
Zeros. 6 of them in a row. Or 5, if I apologize. But, I mean, Alex Carnes, just phenomenal out of the bullpen.
And you can't say enough about the Coyotes offensively.
And you see good sportsmanship from the Paradise Valley fans.
Great fans
Yep.
from Deer Valley representing their team oh so well. Of course, Paradise Valley located in the northeast section of the Phoenix area. And we had the opportunity to talk to a lot of fans and a lot of good people like the Corbetts and, of course, Cole Williams' family, and can't say enough about some of the star power we saw from Paradise Valley in this series, and Cole Williams and Ludington and Drew Kotz and Austin Corbett, and up and down that lineup. So many good young players that have bright baseball futures.
Yeah, so many great athletes and so much talent on this field at one time. And, at the end of the day, it is just baseball, but tensions may flare. At the end of the day, we're all playing for the same reason, for the love of the game. And, the fans shook it up here in the stands, handshakes and hugs from both sides, and congratulations and whatnot. And there's no bad blood at the end of the day. It's just tensions flare. I mean, so much time and effort coming in from both sides, and only one can reign victorious. And today, that's the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes.
So Alex Carnes gets the victory in relief, and the bats just came up so impressively in the 7th inning.
Wow.
RBI singles by Jamison Armstrong, Ben Hashizaki, sac fly by Camden Plew. You name it, this team came up big. Keegan Roden with the pinch hit RBI single, another great move by John Watson. And an inning the Coyotes had to have, and they threatened in so many innings before, and now we see the team celebrating down that third base line.
Yeah.
And we are going to be talking to a slew of Coyotes, and the parents here so excited, and the loved ones and the fans on hand rooting their Coyotes on. And keep it right here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. We are going to hear from players. We are going to hear from head coach John Watson. And now we await the winner of Glendale and Gateway, and we'll see if we can possibly get an update on that score. That series in the best of 3 was going to a decisive Game 3, and right now Glendale Community College, thank you to Amir McGee's dad, right now Glendale is on the verge of knocking off the top seed. That would mean next week Chandler-Gilbert would host Glendale
11-5. Top of the 8th.
in the next round right here at Chandler-Gilbert.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen joining us at home, we might not just be done quite yet.
Gateway, the 1 seed, Glendale, the 4th seed, Coyotes, the 2 seed. That means that series would be played right here at Chandler-Gilbert. And of course, the broadcast crew will be all over it next weekend, starting on Thursday. We're seeing the excitement from the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes after getting this great victory. And of course, we give a lot of props to Paradise Valley, a team that has so much to be proud of, a team that finishes with a record of 30-29. So many great young men that represented Paradise Valley so well, led by the great coach Victor Solis on that sideline, 15 years running for that team, and you name it, they brought the star power all the way around. And it started with Jackson Brennan, who had a nice game on the mound, Cole Williams, Gavin Acosta, Drew Kotz, Ty Cohen, Chaz Clemens, Carson Craig, Austin Corbett, Rob Liddington, Thomas Urbina as well, and Dougal, who came out of the bullpen. All that team has a lot to be proud of, as you see down that right field line, the hugs and the memories shared by this team, and our hats and our thoughts go off to all those young men who represented their school with pride and the best sportsmanship and the best discipline out here possible. And stepping in, who is about to join us, is Porter Pittman. Porter Pittman is working his way up, and Porter Pittman, the light bulb went on in the postseason, and Porter Pittman's about to join us here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. And Porter, first off, so good to see you. Congratulations. Your thoughts on this great comeback win?
It was hard fought. I feel like we showed a lot of heart there. That's just a testament to what we've done all year. Our backs have been against the wall all year, and we've shown nothing but heart, and I'm really proud of our guys today.
Porter, it just seemed like the light bulb went off for you in the postseason. It seemed like every time you were up at the plate, it looked like a giant beach ball. You were just spraying the field, peppering with shots. Talk about how well you've played in this postseason.
Well, my mentality coming in was just try to do anything to get us a W. And that mentality let me play free, and good things happen when you play free, so I'm just glad we were able to get the win here.
And you had a fantastic game, a single in the 2nd, a walk in the 4th, a triple in the 6th, a single in the 7th. And let's talk about that 7th inning, Porter. 8 runs, and you guys come up with clutch contact, and more clutch contact.
Yeah, we knew it was going to happen. We just needed a chance to, get our offense going. We kept leaving guys on base. We just wanted to make sure we just keep doing that. We knew it was going to happen for us. Balls were going to fall.
And Porter, let's talk about this team. You lose a heartbreaker in Game 1, right? You're up 6-0. You lose that game 14-10. Your backs are against the wall. What was the mindset going into must-win Game 2, pulling it off, and then, of course, must-win Game 3?
Yeah, we just came in just trying to get that game, not worry about playing Saturday, trying to get Saturday. Just take every game one game at a time, and, everything will happen where it needs to happen.
Okay, so right now, Porter, got to give you an update. I've got to get your thoughts if this is the way the series should match up. As of now, the 4 seed Glendale Community College is knocking off number 1 Gateway in a must-win game 3, 11-5 in the 8th inning. If Glendale holds on, you'll host them here this weekend. Your thoughts of facing Glendale right here in your backyard?
We'd love to play at home. We play practice here every day, so it'd be nice to come out and play in the championship game somewhere we're familiar.
And Porter, what's this like with you and your teammates getting that final out and knowing that you punched your ticket to the next round?
It's awesome. It's awesome. So we've been working hard for all year. We came in, we had a meeting the first day of practice, and all of our goal was to go to Enid at the end of the year. And we showed that was our mission right there, I feel like. I'm proud of our guys today.
There you go. Porter Pittman just blowing up in the postseason, knocking the ball all around the yard, coming up big and part of that 8-run 7th inning. Porter, so glad to join us. We look forward to seeing you next weekend.
Appreciate it. I want to say hi, Mom, hi, Dad. You guys are watching.
and
my brother, too, Kai. What's up, Kai, if you're watching, too?
And where's Mom and Dad? Where are they at?
California right now.
We're in California.
Eastbound California.
There you go.
Yes,
we got
sir.
the Porter Pittman family watching from California. We got Tara Hoshizaki. We got the grandparents. We got Adam Perry's mom here delivering.
Gosh.
And now we've got more athletes dialing up right here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. And P, I'll let you start this one.
Well, joining us now, we got Ben Hoshizaki and Alex Carnes. Alex, talk to me really quick about what your mentality was just coming in from the bullpen, and what was on your mind when you saw the score and you knew it was a close game and you knew you had to compete.
Yeah, so my job for the weekend was just to come in and get some big innings, and they sent me down to the pen in the 3rd inning, and I didn't know when I was coming in, but when I came in, I just knew I had to give everything that I got.
And, Alex, you come out of the pen and look, this is a situation, you got to have it, right? The adrenaline's flowing. Talk about the emotions, knowing that you have to come in, you've got to settle the ship and give your team an opportunity, and you did just that.
Yeah, well, I just treated it like a start, and so I just come in fresh, just, attack early, and, my defense made a lot of plays for me today, so that was huge.
And how difficult was it to face this Paradise Valley lineup that they've got their star power? They got Liddington, they got Cole Williams, they got Kotzen top of the order, they got Corbett on the back end, a team that found a way to put the ball in play in crucial situations. And you rolled the dice in a couple innings, but you found your way. How difficult was it facing this Paradise Valley team?
Yeah, this team was really good. They hit the ball really well. They hit me well last time I faced them, so I knew they were going to put it in play today. So, just have to give my guys a chance to go out there and make plays.
And you kind of talk about that. How exciting was it for you to sit back in that 8-run 7th inning and just see your team just smash the ball over the field and have them produce on the scoreboard?
Oh, it's awesome. Whenever you have a little bit of insurance runs, it's a great feeling. I'm edging to get out there, obviously, because it was a long inning, but, it's just great to have some run support right there.
And there you go. So now the next round, as of now, in a decisive game 3 situation, Glendale is knocking off Gateway, the 1 seed, 4 versus 1, 11-5. Your thoughts on potentially taking on Gateway? Glendale, if that should hold up right here next weekend.
Yeah, I think whoever we play, we're just excited. We're ready to compete. We got a lot of momentum right now, so if we got to play our last series at home, I think that'd be awesome. Great for the fans, great for the team, and just Chandler-Gilbert in general.
Alex Carnes comes out of the pen and does what he does, fires up zeros on the scoreboard and gives the Chandler-Gilbert Coyotes the opportunity to move on. Now we bring in the Fighting Canadian. Now, it all depends on who you're talking to in the family, okay? So his mom, Tara, right behind us, taking some pictures. Now, Ben, before we get started in the interview, Mom says it's Hoshizaki. You like Hoshizaki. Look, tomato, it's all good within the family, right?
Yeah, it's all good. Whatever one you like, but Hoshizaki and Hosh, they just go well together, so I think we just got to roll with that one for now.
Ben, let's talk about this one. You guys fall behind 4-1 in this one, but you found a way, and then you light it up with 8 runs in the 7th inning. Your thoughts on this team showing the heart to bounce back and get the victory here?
Yeah, well, there's never a doubt with these guys. Like, I wouldn't want to go at a game with another group of guys. Like, we're just passing on to the next guy, doing what we do best, and there was never a doubt. We're down there in the 7th, and then once we get momentum, once we get going, it's contagious, and we just kept on going. So we're loving that and heading into next week on that high note. So just got to keep it going.
Yeah, you had to keep it going. And how difficult, because this team is knowing one of the strengths of this team is being so effective on the base path. And here you faced a general behind the dish in Cole Williams. How difficult was it for this team to get the wheels going with Cole Williams being so good behind the dish for Paradise Valley?
Yeah, well, it's always a little difficult when you know catcher's got a good arm, pitcher's got a good move to home, but once you kind of get that first steal or first base path action out the way, then it all just kind of flows. And like I said, like in that 7th inning, once we get going, you can't stop us. Like, we're just unstoppable. We're a force, and we just keep rolling through guys.
Hosh, give me kind of the mindset. You fall behind in that first game after leading 6-0, right? And then they come back to beat you 14-10. What was the mindset going into game 2? A must-win, pulling off the 5-4 victory, and then another must-win situation here today.
Well, there's no doubt there. I mean, we came back being down early. Like, we never stopped fighting. And with this group of guys, we know once we get that momentum, like I said, you can't stop us. So coming into game 2, we knew we had it in the bag. We knew, like, if we play our best baseball, if we just focus on the game at hand, we got it. And so with that win yesterday, all of us, we knew after that win yesterday, we were like, we got it tomorrow. And no matter what adversity we get, no matter what's in our way, we know we just can keep on rolling. And it's a great group of guys, and nobody can beat us.
And you kind of talk about the great group of guys. How about the great group of fans that supported you here? Your mom, your grandparents on hand, all the Chandler-Gilbert faithful. You heard them loud and proud throughout this one. What kind of energy did they give the home team in the course of this series?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, I love looking up at the stands, seeing the little pom-poms going, the little people waving their banners and whatever. So it really gives us a lot of energy to feed off, especially in big moments. We kind of feel like the fans are part of us, part of the team, and we're all just feeding off one another. So it's awesome to have that energy.
So on the other side of the bracket, as of now, the 4th seed, Glendale Community College, is upsetting the 1 seed, Gateway Community College. That last score was 11-5 in the 8th. If that game should hold up, and that's a must-win Game 3 scenario, the series would be played, the finals right here. If you have to face Glendale, give us kind of a preview of what you can expect.
Well, we're coming out the gates hot. I mean, I'd expect a 2-game series sweep, not trying to be cocky or anything, but like if we can just stick to our game and keep doing what we're doing at home with the home advantage, with the fans, with everything, and if we just put our head down and focus on these 2-3 next games ahead, then I feel like we got in the bag. There's nobody better than us in this conference.
There you go, Ben Hoshizaki or Ben Hoshizaki. It doesn't matter how you say it. Bottom line, the guy in the leadoff spot, he flat out delivers the Fighting Canadian right here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. And now we give it up to the man who, as far as I'm concerned, deserves the Purple Heart Award, and that is Dante Turgeon. Literally labored through this series. And Dante, first off, my heart goes out to you. You're out there with one leg. You kind of hurt yourself on that back pick throw, on that potential double play, on that ball in the outfield in the Game 1 loss. And your thoughts of laboring through this series and delivering in not being 100%.
Yeah, I mean, really it just kind of made my mindset, like, simplify everything. You know, I mean, I'm out there with an injury. Can't really do too much on the base path, so do as much as I can in the box and defensively and help my team offensively. And
Dante, you were a force as always, 3 for 4 on the day with the walk, RBI double, getting things going in the first. And Jackson Brent on the mound, the lefty who pitched a good game against you guys a couple weeks back. He lost, he just got outpitched by Patrick Morris in that game. And your thoughts on that first at bat, lacing that double the other way?
Yeah, my immediate thought coming up to the plate with Hosh on second base was just going the other way. They kind of play us pull side a little bit, pull shift, and I was immediately thinking right side, and luckily I was able to get a double out of that.
And let's talk about the wild 8-run 7th inning. Let's just talk about this team exploding and what was it like in the dugout as you guys erupt. And of course you were a factor in that inning with a walk and helping that inning, the wheels continuing to turn. What was that inning like in the dugout?
Oh, it was electric. We were fired up in the dugout, ready to go. Right out the gate, we were ready to pounce on them.
Yeah, and you guys do just that. And what was the intensity like between these two teams? You won 3 of 4 against Paradise Valley in the regular season, but look, that was ancient history. They come out, took the first game. What was the intensity like as this series continued to unfold?
Yeah, it was a very intense series. Them coming out with that first win, comeback win, that was a pretty big punch in the face, but we didn't give in. We fought back hard. Game 2, had a very, very close game, but pulled it off. And then today was just flat out. We came out ready to play.
And, we got to give some credit where credit is due, and that is the great coach, John Watson, on the sidelines. He pulls a couple triggers, bringing in Alex Carnes for the bullpen. Keegan Roden on the pinch hit in the 8th inning, RBI single the other way. Your thoughts of John Watson stepping up, punching some buttons, Dante, and delivering for the team?
Yeah, I mean, everything that he does for the team is, I believe it's a great choice. Bringing in Carnesy there to close things up was huge. He delivered very well for us, even though he's a starter coming in relief. And then with putting in Easton Bryant at first base, helped a little bit defensively with my lack over there. But everything that Watson makes is a great choice.
There you go. Everything is suns and roses and sunshine and beautiful rainbows for the Coyotes right now, pulling off the big victory over Paradise Valley, 10-4. Dante Turgeon, this is what I need you to do. I need you to sit in a tub, don't move for about 48 hours, get healthy, and come back and get ready to do what you do. And that's like just destroy the baseball next weekend.
Yep. Yeah, we'll get ready for sure next week.
Yeah, that is Dante Turgeon, the pride of the Chandler-Gilbert lineup, a young man who can flat out rip, who just labored through an injury this weekend and brought it. And we'll see if John Watson can join us. And John is in that dugout. And, of course, we have the extended coverage. And since he's always been part of the initial pre-production of our staff, and we're going to bring in Big Seth Thompson. Big Time Thompson's going to join us. Yes, he is. He's giving us kind of the shy remarks right now. And Seth Thompson is okay. He's walked away from the microphone. So he does not want to talk right now, and that's all good. But we want to give a special shout-out to his family over across the border in Canada. And, of course, that is his mom, Stephanie, and his dad, Dwayne. And we wish them the very best as he's taking care of some equipment for us right now. And we'll see if we can get John Watson to join us. Hopefully someone in that dugout knows we'd love to talk to John Watson. And just an incredible day for the Coyotes, rallying from a 4-1 deficit and putting up 8 runs in the 7th inning and moving on to the next round. Of course, they'll face the winner of Glendale Community College, the 4 seed, and #1 Gateway Community College. And Porter Pittman is in the dugout trying to track John Watson down for us right now. And, can't say enough about all the people that make this happen, all the great people in the Chandler-Gilbert Athletic Department. Of course, my great broadcast team, Nate Ortiz, Andrew Fury, the pride of Hamilton High, the pride of Castile, Dr. Adam Perry, fresh off surgery, and make no mistake, he'll be throwing the gas for the Coyotes next season.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to lose my broadcast partner. And, I'm getting a little bit clumped right now because I'm not going to have you here. And I'm going to have to train some young guys. And I just don't know if they're going to bring the great analytical approach that you and Andrew and everyone who else has stepped on the mic can bring it and deliver as well.
Well, I really appreciate that, Joe. But kind of a bittersweet moment. Definitely a turning of the page for me, a new chapter in my life. I'm just ready to get back on the field and play. And trust me, Joe, I thoroughly enjoyed every minute we spent up here in the broadcasting booth, and I'm grateful for the fact that we might just get another weekend together next week if Glendale can knock off Gateway here today.
And John Watson is working his way up the stands, and John Watson is just a really good, humble individual, the nicest person, nice coach, and always easygoing, easy to talk to, and sometimes that's not always the case. Sometimes the game makes people look at things just a little too businesslike, but John Watson always takes the time, and the coach who punched in all the right numbers today is working his way up the stairs. And we're going to take a moment to talk to Waddy right here as he has a big smile on his face as the mission is accomplished, as his team takes the next 2 from Paradise Valley. And as John Watson steps in right now, Coach, first off, mission accomplished. You lost the first game, but the team shows up big, shows the poise, shows the confidence, shows the inner toughness to pull out the 3-game series win over Paradise Valley.
Yeah, they were awesome. The experience is awesome. We did this last year. We lost game 1, and we just said, hey, who cares? It's the first of 2, not the first of 1. So I'm just proud of our guys to battle really hard. Putting up an 8 in the 7th inning was huge. Keegan Roden coming up with a big base hit, pinch hit in that situation, and he was awesome. I don't remember everything that happened, but those guys, they just kept working and working and working. And we've talked about, when you stay together and you do things together, good things happen. And this group of guys has really, really stayed together. So when there's adversity, it's not a problem. They work hard through it.
And Coach, you dialed up so many right moves in this game, but we'll start in that 8th inning. I mean, look, you pinch hit Keegan Roden, and Keegan gets the big high chop base hit to right field on the pinch hit play. But for you as a coach, when everything is going right in that inning, what was the mood like for you just watching your team just explode in an inning they had to have?
Just keep going. My mood was like, just stand back and let them play. Just let them keep going. Don't overcoach the situation. Let them keep going. When they take ownership of things and when they do the things that they're capable of doing, it's fun to watch. I mean, this is months and months and months of preparation. Like, we've been here since August. August 15th was our first day, and we've talked about this moment from day one. And these guys have worked really, really hard to get to this spot, to put ourselves in this position to be in the finals next week and give us a chance to go to the World Series. And that's what we've asked for all year.
And Coach, what I love about your demeanor through this whole thing, there was no panic in your mindset. You dropped the first game after having a 6-0 lead and losing that game 14-10. Some people would jump off the cliff and cry, "Oh, woe is me!" But needs to say, you right the ship, calming effect, and you knew what you wanted to do in Game 2, and you knew coming out of the pen you were going to go to Jacob Anderson, and you rode your horse 5 shutout innings. And in this one, you knew you had Alex Carnes ready to go, locked and loaded. The right-hander, he delivers for you.
Man, he was awesome. He has just continued to get better and better and better every start, every outing. He's been really good, and he's the perfect guy to have in that situation because he's just so calm. He's got an inner peace about him. So when there's adversity, when there's guys on base, it's just like, whatever, no big deal. I don't think his heart rate ever jumps. Him and Jacob Anderson are very similar when it comes to that. You'll never know if Jacob is happy or sad or whatever's going on with him because he just doesn't express a lot of emotion. So on the mound, he's the same way. And Carnes is very similar to that too. Like he's a little bit more fiery and emotional and stuff like that, but he gets on the mound and he's just locked in. So, you get in the 8th inning or whatever it was, 8th inning, they get a leadoff hit and then another hit, and then he gets a strikeout and a double play. Like that's Carnes. That's what he's gonna do. Nothing phases him. And that's awesome, because we can rally around that as a team. There's a lot of confidence with him.
Yeah, Alex Carnes came out and did what he needed to do, put up some zeros on the scoreboard. And Coach, along the way, look, this point of the season, everyone's banged up. Everyone's got something bruised up here and there, right? Everyone's hurting one way or another. But the bottom line, postseason baseball, look, it's put up or shut up time. And if I had a Purple Heart Award, I'm giving it to Dante Turgeon. He's out there legging it, Coach,
Man.
And he's still hitting bingos all over the field.
This is a tough situation as a coach because at some point you got to run for him at some point because he is kind of banged up a little bit. You just don't know when it's going to be because it might cost us some runs early, and I think it did cost us a run early. But just having him in the lineup, there's just a physical, imposing presence there that you don't want to pitch to the 3-hole. And then, you got to give Tate Lewis a ton of credit because if Tate's not having the year that he's having and the at-bats that he's having, Dante doesn't get pitched to, right? So those two guys in the lineup have been huge for us. They've just been really, really big. And you got to give credit also to Hosh and JMO because they're getting on in front of Dante. And so they're giving Dante opportunities to really excel offensively. And I'm hoping he's back to 90% at least by the time we get to Thursday. But you just keep going. You just keep playing. We just keep doing our thing.
Yeah, and we saw some signs from Dante getting healthy. That double in the first inning, he turned first, looked like his old self, and then as the game progressed, he's like, look, I'm going to take the pedal off the motor just a tad. Thought about the bigger picture down the road. And along the way in a series like this, Coach, we see players just step up and the green light just goes on. And the green light means they're taking it to another level. And for a guy like Porter Pittman, he stepped into these 2 games, Coach, and every ball he hit, he squared up and he delivered for this team in a big way.
it's what sophomores do. It's what he's supposed to do, and I'm so happy for him. We've had Ryder Hancock go down, and so that was kind of big offensively for us to not have a guy hitting in the sixth for us. And Porter I'm just so proud of him to step in, and he played exceptional defense in right field, a place that he really hasn't played this year because, Ryder's been there in a majority of our games. So Porter coming in and playing exceptional defense in right field, it's been really good. And then just offensively, holy crap, good for him. I'm so happy for him. I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of the work he's put in, because he's a guy who could have easily decided to cash it in because he's a sophomore and he hasn't had a ton of at-bats, as many as he would have liked. And just give him a ton of credit to just step up these last two games just to be a dude for us, and he was awesome.
And we could say the same about Amir McGee, who struggled for a good portion this season and came through on that back end. And Coach, you could say about Amir and what he meant offensively, but look, in a lot of this series, he had his track shoes on in left field, and he was running down balls all over the field.
That play that he made when Francis was hitting, the play that he made in left to run that ball down, and we almost got the double play at first base with that. For him to track that down, that was massive. That was huge and very, very important. Really happy. You could go around the whole field, and Camden Plu has really stepped up the last 3 weeks of the year. This is the Plu that we had last year. I've been waiting for that to come out all year, and it finally did. And man, he's been unbelievable for us. The outfielders have been great. Hosh is locked down center field. It's been fun to watch them do their thing and let them play. It's been cool.
And I know, Coach, while you're watching your team doing what they do on the field, I'm not sure if you could get a sense of what the energy was like amongst the crowd, but let me tell you something, Coach. We're up here, and the fan base, the Coyotes fan base, they brought it. They were at their A1 best today, and you name it, they brought the energy, they brought the love, they brought the passion, and they were here to support the Coyotes.
We needed it because we blew out 2 sets of speakers. So with no music today, and that, our guys feed off that energy and the music, and it creates a cool environment. So the parents, I heard them, and I didn't see a lot of it because my focus is out there on the field. But they've just been super supportive this year. They've been awesome. It's been just, I appreciate them showing up and cheering on and doing the things that they've done for us this year. It's been really fun.
So,
fun to watch
Coach,
the screen.
let's look ahead now. So, in a must-win Game 3 between the 1 seed Gateway Community College, as you check your phone, getting an update, and number 4 Glendale Community College. That game was in the 8th last we checked, and Glendale had an 11-5 lead. That being said, if that game should hold pat, you will host Glendale Community College next week right here at Chandler-Gilbert. Your thoughts on that final series with the winner moving on?
Well, I'm looking right now. The game is over, and Glendale did win 11-5, so we will be hosting next week, which we're excited about because we love our home environment. This is the environment we want to be in. Glendale is dangerous offensively. They've got some players like Biddle is their center fielder is an exceptional player. He was a first-team all-conference guy. He's hit 360 for him, has 30-something stolen bases. He's a very, very good player. They got Brock Jessup on the mound, who's a left-hander who's had a really good year. He's a bounce back from Sacramento State. He's exceptional. He does a really good job. He went 7 yesterday in Game 1 to beat Gateway. He's had a really good year. I expect to face him in Game 1. But you know what? Our pitching has been the backbone of our team this year, and we're old on the mound, and I'm excited about the guys that we're going to have ready to go this series. It'll be a good series. I think it'll be a very, very good series.
And Coach, and down the stretch of the regular season, and where the standings were oh so tight, literally a loss here, a win here, kind of flip-flops position, you swept the last 2 games against Glendale. And if you kind of reflect on those games, Coach, and that ended a streak of the team finishing the season with 5 straight wins and building some momentum because, Coach, I think you peaked at just the right time. Yeah,
we did. That second third of the season is so tough because you're playing all the Division I's, and it's we've got a pretty young team, and so we got a team that hasn't been through this in a lot of ways, and so when you play those Division I's, it can really make you feel like you're not very good. give our guys a lot of credit for stepping up and realizing that, hey, we're pretty good. We're an okay team. And, we did what we had to do the last 2 games against PV, and then the last 2 games against Glendale. And I think we beat Scottsdale in that mix too, to finish the season on a 5-game winning streak and make them start feeling like, oh, we are actually pretty good. We're okay. We actually can do this. Which it's fun to watch them respond. They've responded. They've done a great job. Our sophomore leadership has been awesome. Starting with Jamison Armstrong, he's been a big glue for our team. Huge leader on the position player side. And then our pitchers, just being a lot of sophomores. Seth Thompson's been huge for us in terms of leadership role, and Yusuf Chuck and Peters and Sam Roberts and, Carnes, obviously. Like, we've been pretty lucky. Patrick Morris, he's had a really good year. I can't say enough about how our pitching staff has held us together. And what I really love about our group of guys is that not once during that stretch where we got kind of like it was up and down and we were all over the place, not once did the pitchers start blaming the hitters, and not once did the hitters start blaming the pitchers. Like, every day it was together. They did everything together. And when that happens, you've got a pretty good group of guys. This group of guys has been very special.
And that's great, Coach. And, of course, they're following your calm demeanor, and they stayed collectively close, and that bond has united them in this quest to come out here and fight from an 0-1 deficit and win these next 2 games. And here you are, Coach, on in the next round. That is Coach John Watson. Coach, always a pleasure.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it.
Always mine. And now Adam Perry will join me back on the mic for some final thoughts as the Coyotes get this victory over Paradise Valley by the count of 10-4 to move on to the Region 1 finals. And Adam, we saw this team, the resiliency, the toughness, and look, at one time it didn't look like that after blowing a 6-0 lead in that first game, but this team that you know oh so well and talked to the players in that dugout and just listening to Coach John Watson, they showed today and they showed throughout the series they got something special and they got a lot more baseball left to play.
Yeah, absolutely. And as John Watson just mentioned, I mean, the composure and the stoicism of this team is really what's been the bond that's held them together. They don't get too high and they don't get too low. They don't buy into the other team's fake energy. They don't buy into the madness. They don't buy into the firefight, the slugfest. They play their game through and through. And, I mean, today they prevailed against the Pumas, and hopefully next weekend they'll be able to prevail against Glendale.
So right here, that series will be right here Thursday, Friday, and potential Saturday Game 3 if needed. Your thoughts on Glendale, what you've seen through them throughout the season, and of course the Coyotes and Glendale matched up late in the season when the standings were in influx. Very fluid situation with the Coyotes winning those last 2 games to ultimately earn the 2 seed.
Yeah, and I mean, Glendale is just another team in this conference that is so scrappy. They just play and they don't want to go away. Glendale Community College will see a very similar matchup to the Pumas, and Glendale played us tough all year, and they're definitely going to play us tough next weekend when so much is on the line.
So it'll be a great series. Of course, our broadcast team will be all over it for Andrew Ferry. Big Time Thompson, who's always a helpful young man getting the broadcast equipment set up. We love him, and we love his parents across the border in Canada. Dwayne and Stephanie, a lot of hearts and loves and kisses for you out there. For Andrew Ferry, Adam Perry, Russ Luce, to Anthony Cox in the Chandler-Gilbert Athletic Department. All the good people here in South Chandler off the 202. A good weekend for the Coyotes. They move on to the Region 1 Finals where they'll host Glendale next weekend as they knock off Paradise Valley in the Region 1 semis, winning must-win Game 3, 10-4, with a big 8-run 7th inning. I am Joe Pequeno. We'll see you next week right here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network.